दूसरे आपने जिस आर्टिकल की बात की सर, मुझे ये बताइए कि आर्टिकल को इस समय कोर्ट करना ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है या कोर्ट्स में जो मामला हो रहा है, और किस तरह का इक्विवेलेंस? आप अपनी चीजों को लेकर कोर्ट में पहुंचिए सर, कोर्ट ही, न्यायालय ही जवाब देगा, कोर्ट ही फैसला देगा ना कि कौन सही है कौन गलत है। There is a reason why the Karkarduma court decided to cancel those clean chits, sir, by the CBI. CBI ने 3 बार clean chit देने की कोशिश की है जगदीश टाइटलर को, and as far as my memory serves me right, वो तीनों clean chits reject हुई हैं Karkarduma court से सर। और तीसरी बात यह है कि मेरी लड़ाई आपसे नहीं है, ना मेरी लड़ाई किसी बीजेपी से है सर। हम जर्नलिस्ट हैं, हमारा ये दायित्व है कि हम आपसे सवाल पूछें। राहुल गांधी ने, आपको याद होगा, अर्नब गोस्वामी के साथ इंटरव्यू में क्या कहा था जब उनसे रोल ऑफ कांग्रेसमैन पूछा गया? ही सेड प्रोबेबली सम कांग्रेसमैन वर इन्वॉल्व्ड। सो आर यू सेइंग राहुल गांधी वाज लाइंग? Are you saying, sir, many victims who have identified Sajjan Kumar, who've identified Jagdish Tytler, are lying? Okay, as expected, I don't think we have Rashid Alviji. Not sure if we've just lost that phone line or he decided to hang up. But do remember, 84 again is, you know, one point in history that the Congress party continues to defend. We do not know how and why, but the very fact that they tell you that 84 is gone, do not talk about 84 today in 2022, is a clear testimony to the fact that the Congress party finds it very, very difficult to defend the indefensible. We'll track that story and much more as we head into a quick break right now.
To begin with, about the encroachment that has been taking place or in various government land and also hot rod land in the state of Assam for the last many decades have reached its peak point, and over 8,000 bighas of hot rod lands and similar number of government lands have been encroached by illegal encroachers. And today we are getting to know that in Nagaon district several notices were also served beforehand by the district administration to the public who have been on the encroached land, but they were undeterred by the notices that were served. And today this massive eviction drive is being carried out in Bharat area. Altogether in this area approximately 573 bighas of government land have been encroached by encroachers, and in due course of time this entire encroached land will be freed by eviction. A total number of 10 ZCVs have been deployed by the district administration today, and also 6 saw machines and 2 pocklands have been deployed to carry out this eviction drive. At present, the eviction drive is going on at the in a market area which was illegally set up by the public, and after this also eviction drive will be carried out in residential areas which have been encroached, which have been illegally built by a certain section of public. It may also be mentioned that this is a mega impact of Republic impact, because
We head into a break right now. When we come back, the Congress party insulting the freedom fighter says, why is Jawaharlal Nehru's picture not included? Also, Republic tracks down the Hooch 10 and exposing the truth in a live expose from Bihar. Is the Chief Minister watching this?
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today. or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
सुनो, फिर से शादी कर ली। अब तो मैं रिटायर होने वाला हूँ। उसके बाद तो टाइम ही टाइम होगा एक दूसरे के लिए।
पर रिटायरमेंट के बाद लाइफ इतनी इजी थोड़ी होगी। HDFC लाइफ एन्युटी।
रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी सैलरी मिलेगी।
HDFC लाइफ एन्युटी प्लान्स दे लाइफ लॉन्ग इनकम ताकि रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी लाइफ पहले जैसी ही रहे। HDFC लाइफ, सर उठा के जियो।
Come what may, with Apollo tires, have a wonderful day.
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए।
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
Pooja, you left the job and still so cool?
Bro, new challenges bring new opportunities.
Oh, really?
Seriously, Rahul, my entire house, now it's an online retail store. Look.
Wow. But money?
Few years back, I'd invested my Diwali bonus.
And now you have LIC's ULIP plan Nivesh Plus. Invest once, get the benefit of both life insurance and maximize returns based on market trends.
One sec, Rahul.
Madam, you are double cool.
Let's give you a quick check of our top stories at this hour. Freedom icon Veer Savarkar's portrait has been unveiled in the Karnataka Assembly in Belagavi along with Mahatma Gandhi. The Congress party has opposed this move, saying that Savarkar was a controversial figure. His portrait was one of the 7 pictures unveiled earlier today. The Congress party, reacting to Veer Savarkar's portrait, has said that he did not belong to Karnataka and that he was too controversial to be honoured in the assembly. To Delhi now, where the controversial right-linked Jagdish Tytler was part of the meeting on the Bharat Jodo Yatra ahead of the leg in the national capital. He was part of this meeting that was called, and this is the second time in the recent past after the MCD elections that he officially attended. And Jagdish Tytler, when was asked questions on his controversial presence, says that riots now are an old issue, and he says it's the BJP that's trying to keep the issue alive only to target him. When we come back, we'll take you across to all the action that's been happening in the Karnataka Assembly ever since this morning. It's a face-off over the portrait of Veer Savarkar. Also, the Congress honours the 84 right-linked Jagdish Tytler by making him a part of the Bharat Jodo committee. What does Tytler have to say to that? The full story on the other side of this very quick break.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 10th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Hey boss,
Rahul, how come you're here?
शाहरुख ने बताया.
Guys, just 1 second. Choosing a car for my mom.
What? Online car shopping? Wow, that's so cool, yeah.
शाहरुख ने बताया.
मैंने
Wait up. Booking a car service.
Booking a service from here.
क्यों? तुझे शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया?
इसने पूछा ही नहीं.
Charging station for my electric car. Ah, found it. Really? How? शाहरुख ने बताया.
There's so much more जो शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया. It's all on the industry first My Hyundai app. Open a world of possibility with My Hyundai app. One app, many worlds.
Darling, you don't even have a Hyundai.
Honey, that's exactly what I'm doing. Buying one.
क्योंकि शाहरुख ने बताया.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture.
1,756 crore. We don't grudge if it's for relevant expenditure. We are granting this amount. I would sincerely hope that the government's treasury benches and the Honorable Finance Minister will enlighten us on the questions that I've raised. Yes. Otherwise, as that famous saying is, we are in the same advanced stage of wisdom at the end of the debate as we were when we began the debate. Thank you.
Very good. And I was listening to you in my chamber, so I am fully updated with the other issues also. Shri Sushil Kumar Modi. Shri Sushil Kumar Modi. 238.5. Sir, 238.5. Reflect upon Sushil Kumar Modi. Sushil Kumar Modi. Sir, this is 238.5, sir. Mrs. Narasimha, no. Sushil Kumar Modi. But Sushil Kumar Modi.
सभापति महोदय, मैं एप्रोप्रिएशन बिल 2022 पर बोलने के लिए खड़ा हुआ हूं. सभापति महोदय, इस बिल में सबसे ज्यादा अमाउंट फर्टिलाइजर सब्सिडी के लिए प्रोवाइड किया गया है. And the amount about 1,09,000 crore. और इस बजट में कुल मिलाकर जो फर्टिलाइजर की सब्सिडी होगी वो लगभग 2,14,000 करोड़ रुपए की होगी. असुति महोदय, सदन को ये मालूम है कि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार में और रूस यूक्रेन युद्ध के कारण जो फर्टिलाइजर का इनपुट है और जो फर्टिलाइजर है उसके मूल्यों में बहुत अप्रत्याशित वृद्धि हुई है. लेकिन आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ये नहीं चाहते थे कि किसानों पर कोई बोझ पड़े, और इसीलिए किसानों पर बोझ नहीं पड़े, इसीलिए इतना बड़ा ये बजट में प्रावधान किया गया है. और मैं सदन को बताना चाहूंगा कि यूरिया का जो दाम है वो एमआरपी है 266.50, 266 रुपये 50 पैसा प्रति बोरा, और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार में उसकी कीमत कितनी है तो 2,450 रुपया. यानी एक बोरे पर 2,183 रुपीज हम सब्सिडी प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं ताकि हमारे देश के किसानों पर कोई बोझ नहीं पड़े. और जो डीएपी है, जो डीएपी फर्टिलाइजर है, उसका एमआरपी है 1,350, 1,350 रुपये, और हम कितना 501, 2,500 रुपया प्रति बोरा हम डीएपी पर सब्सिडी दे रहे हैं. तो सभापति महोदय, इसलिए जो बजट में इतना बड़ा प्रावधान के इसका कारण यही है कि किसानों पर बोझ नहीं पड़े.
Let's get you more details of the other stories that Republic is tracking at this hour. The freedom icon Veer Savarkar's portrait has been unveiled earlier in the Karnataka Assembly in Belagavi, along with Mahatma Gandhi. Now, the Congress party has opposed this move, saying that Savarkar was a controversial figure. Now, Veer Savarkar's portrait was one of the many pictures that have been unveiled earlier today. The Congress party has reacted to this entire controversy, and they say that this portrait of Veer Savarkar does not belong to the Karnataka Assembly, and they've also said that he was too controversial to be honored in the Assembly.
I want us not to entangle with the proceedings. They want our proceeding assembly should not take place. They want us to disturb. They have brought this photo because we are going to raise a lot of corruption issues on them. On the 40% scandal, the dirty job what the government has done, we are going to raise that. On the electoral scandals and lot of scandals which will be coming out. So they want to block it. They feel that we are going to fight out for it, and we will not allow them for the...
Our next story is about the Congress party, where the controversial right-linked Jagdish Tytler was part of the meeting on the Bharat Jodo Yatra in Delhi ahead of the leg that will happen in the national capital. He was part of the meeting that was called. This is the second time in the recent past after the MCD elections when he officially attended.
ये कहाँ पे किस तरीके से तो उनकी बात है ना क्या कोर्ट में किसी ने मुझे कहा क्या कोई एफआईआर है मेरे खिलाफ तो सीबीआई ने 3 दफ़ा मुझे क्लियरेंस दे दी है ये अपनी पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं इसका जवाब क्या दे रहे हैं थैंक यू
आप शामिल होंगे यात्रा में
बिल्कुल होंगे पार्टी का तो जान से भी लगाएंगे जान भी चली है पार्टी के साथ थैंक यू
And Jagdish Tytler, when is asked questions on his controversial presence, says that these riots now are an old issue. And he says that the BJP is only trying to keep this issue alive to target him.
कि लास्ट टाइम भी आप कांग्रेस की कमेटी में शामिल हुए तब बीजेपी ने आप लोगों को तमाम
छोड़िए अब छोड़िए ये पुरानी बातें हैं ये तो सच्चाई क्या है पॉलिटिक्स क्या है I don't want to.
There was also ruckus, there was sloganeering in the parliament over the Tawang face-off between India and China. Now the Congress leaders who gave a notice included Ami Yagnik, Ranjit Ranjan and also Pramod Tiwari.
रिक्वेस्टिंग आपको रेसिड्यूरी पावर्स है इसको सस्पेंड करिए रूल्स को और चाइना ये बहुत बड़ा महत्व का विषय है और आज
प्लीज
नो आज वो वहाँ पर अतिक्रमण कर रहे हैं लोगों को हमारी जगह वो अतिक्रमण करके वहाँ पर पुल बनाए जा रहे हैं घर बनाए जा रहे हैं तोपखाने कारखाने सब बना रहे हैं तो इसीलिए ये महत्व का मुद्दा है.
The government has condemned the disruption in the House that we have seen, and they say that despite the response given by the Raksha Mantri in the Parliament, there was an attempt to keep this issue alive by the opposition.
रिक्वेस्टिंग आपको रेसिड्यूरी पावर्स है इसको सस्पेंड करिए रूल्स को और चाइना ये बहुत बड़ा महत्व का.
Congress leaders also staged a walkout in the parliament over the entire issue at the line of actual control. The party, remember, has been demanding a debate over the issue. And asked a question on what he felt about the India-China face-off, Dalai Lama says that even though he thinks that China does appear flexible, he was also asked on what he thinks about the entire issue. He has said that he prefers to stay in India.
Things are improving. I think in Europe, in Africa, and also in Asia. Now China, also now more flexible. okay. But there's no point to return to China. I prefer India. Best place.
Protests have continued inside and outside the Bihar Assembly over the huge tragedy and the state government's handling under Nitish Kumar. About 800 security personnel have been deployed at the Batrabada at Naugaon district of central Assam after the district administration started a massive eviction drive here. In the area, the district administration is conducting this drive at the Bhumaguri Grazing Reserve, Jamai Basti in Rampur and Kadamani areas where the encroachers have occupied more than 980 bighas of land. The administration is using several excavators in this eviction drive. Now, a SpiceJet flight SG-115 from Mumbai to Darbhanga has been diverted. It landed earlier at the Patna airport. A huge uproar was seen at the Patna airport where passengers alleged that no arrangement was being made by the airline company to send them to Darbhanga. The Air Intelligence Unit of the Customs Department intercepted a passenger coming from Dubai at the Kochi airport this morning. The officials here claim that gold weighing about 1.17 kilogram worth about 48 lakhs has been seized, which was concealed in his body in 4 capsule-shaped packets. A portion of a bridge that was built across Burhi Gandak River in Begusarai has collapsed. It fell into the river. The bridge had developed cracks just a few days back. Sources say that nobody was on the bridge at the time of the entire incident. One person is dead, 10 are injured as a private bus and a container vehicle collided in Khopoli of Raigad. Reports claim that this bus was returning from a wedding ceremony. It was carrying about 35 passengers. Further investigation is underway. The Delhi High Court will be hearing a batch of petitions today concerning the 2020 Delhi riots, including those seeking FIRs against certain political leaders for allegedly delivering hate speeches. To our next story also that's coming in from Delhi, where the Delhi police has issued a traffic advisory ahead of the protest march by the RSS Kisan Sangathan at the Ramlila Maidan. According to the organizers, about 50 to 55,000 people via about 700 to 800 buses and another 4,000 people via private vehicles are expected to participate in this protest. 12 members of the recently formed Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee submitted their resignation. In the resignation letters, they've mentioned that KCR has been running a dictatorial rule in the state and they say he must be dethroned from power. A Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorist, Mohammad Ishq, has been arrested from Baramulla in a joint operation by the police and the army. What the agencies have recovered are pistols, electric wires. A case has also been registered under UAPA. Further investigation is underway. The Mahavikas Aghadi has continued their protest against the Maharashtra government. Protesters were seen holding huge banners slamming the government over the Maharashtra-Karnataka border dispute. The border dispute escalated as about 10 to 15 NCP leaders were detained by the police after they tried to enter Belagavi. The opposition MLA staged a protest outside the Bihar Legislative Assembly. This is in Patna against the Chief Minister over deaths because of spurious liquor in the state. The opposition MLA staged this protest outside the Assembly in Patna as soon as Nitish Kumar reached there. On the first day of the winter session of the Jharkhand Legislative Assembly, the BJP MLAs raised slogans with placards on the negligence of brutal murder of a primitive tribal girl of Sahibganj. The party demanded the resignation of the Chief Minister, accusing him of doing appeasement politics. On Monday, the Congress MP Jasveer Gill stated that Punjab is a sensitive state and the situation seems to be deteriorating. Talking about the Amritpal rally, he says that the rally of Amritpal is not at all acceptable. The Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has spoken about mediating in the Maharashtra-Karnataka border dispute. While earlier speaking in the Legislative Assembly, he says that there shouldn't be politics on the issue, and he says everyone should stand together with the border residents. To Bihar now, where Sushil Kumar Modi has urged not to legalize same-sex marriages, as he says that would create a complete havoc and would shred the delicate fabric of the society. On Wednesday, the top court had issued a notice on a petition filed by a same-sex couple seeking legal recognition of their marriage in the country.
मैं सेम सेक्स मैरिज को वैधानिक मान्यता दिए जाने का विरोध करता हूं और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से आग्रह करता हूं कि मजबूती के साथ सेम सेक्स मैरिज के विरोध में न्यायालय में अपनी बात रखें.
And amidst the Rafale watch controversy, the Tamil Nadu BJP chief Annamalai says he will share the bank statement of his last 13 years still now to view for the public. Annamalai has challenged the DMK and he said that his assets are all set to make his personal accounts public, which will be soon released on the website. The BSP MP Danish Ali raised a new controversy over Pathan movie, but this time on Deepika Padukone. He's praised the actress for the performance in the song. Kashmiri Pandits migrant employees have raised slogans against the TRF, Pakistan and the LET as they received a threat from the terrorists. The Lashkar-e-Toiba's Indian Onshud, the TRF, has issued this threat. The outfit enlisted about 6 Jammu and Kashmir administration officials, issued a threat to them, deeming them as quote-unquote Prime Minister package stooges.
220 दिनों से हम बात जो कर रहे हैं कि हमें वहां पे निशाने पे लिया जा रहा है. जो टीआरएफ जो ये संगठन है लश्कर तोयबा का ऑफशूट, उन्होंने डायरेक्ट पीएम पैकेज एम्प्लॉयज और एक धर्म विशेष लोगों को निशाने पे लिया है और वो नहीं चाहते हैं कि जो मोदी जी का मिशन है पीस डेवलपमेंट और प्रोग्रेस का वो कश्मीर में चलने दे. इसलिए जरूरी है इस कायर टीआरएफ को जड़ से खत्म करने की जरूरत है. और
Now, ahead of the meeting with the Prime Minister, the newly elected Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has tested COVID positive. As per the spokesperson, the Chief Minister was found positive during a mandatory routine test before meeting with the Prime Minister. Indian women's hockey team returned to India triumphant earlier this morning after winning the FIH Nations Cup, and with this victory, the Indian team also has qualified for the FIH Pro League for 2023-24. To our next story, this is about one patient who was reportedly dead by local authorities after a Donetsk hospital was struck by the Ukrainian military. The Minister of Healthcare for the Donetsk People's Republic, Dmitry Garsev, says that 2 patients had been injured after 2 of the hospital buildings were hit by shelling earlier. Dozens gathered in Kiev's Independence Square for the lighting of the first candle on the first day of the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah. Now, the Kiev mayor and ambassadors from other nations took part in this entire ceremony organized by the Federation of the Jewish Communities of Ukraine. Hundreds of people gathered in front of the Brandenburg Gate. This is in the German capital of Berlin to celebrate the Jewish festival. And German finance minister and Jewish leaders lit the 10-meter high Hanukkah celebra, the biggest in Europe, at the Brandenburg Gate. Russian forces have turned the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut into ruins. And this is just days after the Russian missile strikes. The working conditions continue to remain grim for citizens in Bakhmut. Truckers and public transport drivers continue to strike. This is for the 7th day in parts of Jordan. They're demanding a reduction in fuel prices and taxes. The drivers here say that attempts made by the government to break the strike have failed. Russian soldiers from Klamlaka celebrated the Buddhist holiday near the border of Kherson. Several soldiers stopped by to pray at the altar of the holiday of the Zula Kural. The Lebanese army and the UN peacekeepers held a memorial earlier at the Beirut International Airport for an Irish soldier killed by a mob that opened fire last week at 2 vehicles belonging to the UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon. This is a traditional stronghold, to recall, of the militant group, the Hezbollah. To the Tunisians who voted to elect a new parliament amidst a cost of living crisis and fears of democratic backsliding, opposition parties boycotted the elections, claiming that the vote is part of the president's effort to consolidate power. The boycott decision will be likely to lead the next legislator to be subservient to the president. Utility crews were racing to restore power to tens of thousands of customers across New England and New York after a powerful storm dumped 2 feet of snow in some places. Now, the restoration efforts became complicated by snowfall in areas, making travel very dangerous. The streets of Quinoa were overrun by weeping residents commemorating the death of a 23-year-old student who had left his parents' home to protest against the ongoing President Bouarte, but was killed during the political uproar. And let's move on to get you more stories, and this is also about what's been happening at the World Cup. Messi-led Argentina beat France to lift the FIFA World Cup 2022. This was a neck-to-neck match between the two teams. Argentina beat France on penalties to claim a 3rd World Cup title, despite their lead scorer Mbappe scoring the first hat-trick in a final in the last 56 years. The victory of Argentina was the most special one for Lionel Messi, as this was his first World Cup finale. And also remember, after the kind of lead that France really took about the extra time, but then Messi tapped in his second goal in the 109th minute. Messi achieved what Maradona did not in '86, that is to dominate a World Cup match for Argentina. As expected, ecstatic Argentinian fans celebrated the historic win at the iconic Obelisk in Buenos Aires, chanting and hugging each other as Messi scored 2 goals and then another in a shootout as Argentina has beaten France. And these are the pictures on your screens of celebrations that have started to come in from across the globe. In Doha, fans were seen celebrating Argentina's World Cup victory. The Qatari officials and a delegation from the USA, Mexico and Canada held a handover ceremony earlier as the 2022 World Cup came to a close in Doha. With Sunday's World Cup final, the focus now begins to turn to North America and the 2026 tournament host. Do remember, 2026 is going to be the first time that you'll have 3 countries jointly hosting the World Cup, and it will see the tournament return to North America after a 32-year wait. Fireworks illuminated the night sky above Doha's Lusail Stadium as the 2022 World Cup concluded with Argentina's historic victory against France. Messi has lifted the World Cup trophy, the biggest prize and the only one that has eluded him until now. And after Argentina's great victory at the World Cup final, the Argentinian fans rushed to leave the stadium. Dozens of fans were headed to the airport to catch their flights back home. And it was almost like a riot-like situation that erupted in France. This after Argentina secured a dramatic 4-2 penalty shootout win over France to lift the World Cup trophy. Huge commotion and huge chaos was seen on the streets even as the police personnel tried to maintain law and order. The Croatia national squad also arrived in Zagreb to a hero's welcome after overcoming Morocco to seal the 3rd place in the World Cup. Tens of thousands of fans lined the streets of the Croatian capital and crammed into Ban Laci Square to show their appreciation and party late into the night. In what will be the first of the many celebrations and parades, Argentina's World Cup champion squad celebrated with tens of thousands of fans. This on an open-top bus. Lusail Boulevard, led by Messi, Argentina, remember, has won their first world title since 1986. and the third till now.
कुछ पैसे बोरो करने थे।
हेलो,
लोन चाहिए तो पैसाबाजार.com पर जाइए। पैसाबाजार.com, लोन सही मिलेगा यहीं।
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए।
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
अगर मिठाई जंक फूड से है यारी, तो डायबिटीज की कर लो तैयारी।
Get Beto's Diabetes Care Program with a free glucometer and expert advice. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
Hey Rahul, what's up?
Hey, kicked about our first date?
Of course.
Benefits up to rupees 30,000 only at the Citroën C3 Carnival. Book today.
Yeah, Ajay, look at your dad. Will we be the same at his age?
Absolutely yes, if we plan our future like him.
How?
My father had invested in LIC's Jeevan Akshay, which gives immediate and guaranteed annuity at regular intervals, that too for life.
Wow. But do we have to wait until his age?
Absolutely not. We recently invested in LIC's new Jeevan Shanti, which gives deferred annuity, which means regular income after some years.
I see.
LIC.
LIC's annuity plans give 10 annuity options and flexibility in receiving regular income. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो।
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call DEN toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
एक दिन मैं सोते सोते गिर गया और मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ। पता है किसने किया? घोस्ट ने। मेरा दोस्त है, वो हर बार मुझे बचा लेता है। घोस्ट को कैसे पता मैं अंधेरे से डरता हूँ? घोस्ट मेरा दोस्त है। मिलोगे?
अरे कोई घोस्ट नहीं, रोनी के पापा ही हैं जो उसे सेफ रखते हैं। जैसे हैवल्स लाइफ शील्ड वायर्स जो दिखते नहीं पर घर को सेफ रखते हैं। ना आग पकड़े, ना जहरीली गैस छोड़े। वायर्स दैट डोंट कैच फायर।
And days after the Tawang provocation, Owaisi now has questioned the central government. So we'll try and get you that reaction that's just expected from Assuddin Owaisi, who's just held a press conference where he's hit out at the central government over what happened vis-a-vis the PLA at the LAC, and this is what he says.
आप तमाम लोग जानते हैं कि जब गलवान हुआ था उस वक्त भारत के प्राइम मिनिस्टर वज़ीर आज़म ने देश की जनता को ये बयान देकर गुमराह किया, एक मिसलीडिंग स्टेटमेंट दिया कि ना कोई घुसा है ना कोई घुसेगा। और उसके बाद सारी दुनिया ने देखा, देश की जनता ने देखा कि PLA की फ़ौज भारत की सरजमीन में घुसकर बैठ गई। और आज भी डेप्सांग और डेमचाक में 1,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर पर चीन की फ़ौज भारत की LAC में बैठी हुई है। और जहां से हम लोग उनसे चीन की फ़ौज से जो मिलिट्री टॉक्स हुए हैं 14-15 राउंड की, हम लोग गलती किए हैं एक बफर जोन बनाकर, और बफर जोन ऐसा बना दिए कि हमारी फ़ौज जो पहले जिन जगहों पर पेट्रोलिंग करती थी पेट्रोलिंग भी नहीं कर पा रही है। तीसरे, उसी पोंगसोंग सू लेक पर एक ब्रिज बन रहा है, चीन बना रहा है, जिससे हमारे लिए ठीक नहीं है। जो कैलाश रेंज था जहाँ पर हमारे को स्ट्रेटेजिक हमको फ़ायदा था, हमारी फ़ौज को हमने उतार दिया वहाँ से। और फिर
We are heading into a break right now. When we come back, the Congress insults freedom fighters, says why is Jawaharlal Nehru's picture not included? Also, the Congress honors the 84 right-linked Jagdish Tytler again by making him a part of the Bharat Jodo committee.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 10th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो।
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
Fast. Ball.
खट्टे मीठे घूट कटक के ले तू दिल को ठूस। Just let loose. Limonata. Just let loose.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amritkal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
अरे आप इतनी दूर हमारे लिए?
आपकी मेहनत कहां से कहां पहुंच रही है। मैं आपके एक साइन के लिए यहाँ नहीं आ सकता। हो गया आपका अकाउंट ओपन।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल।
धन्यवाद।
एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
बैंगन भरते का सारा सामान ऑर्डर कर दिया, बैंगन ही ऑर्डर करना भूल गया।
बैंगन भी ऑर्डर कर दूं?
सिर्फ एक बैंगन देने कौन आएगा?
जियो मार्ट सिर्फ एक आइटम भी फ्री डिलीवर करता है।
छोटा या बहुत छोटा, जियो मार्ट करता है हर ऑर्डर फ्री होम डिलीवर। जियो मार्ट, हर घर का मार्ट।
ऑलराउंडर हम भी हैं।
और तुम्हारा किचन कभी स्टेन्स, कभी जर्म्स, तो कभी पानी। आपके किचन और बाथरूम्स को चाहिए MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100, टाइल जॉइंट का ऑलराउंडर। MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100, जोड़ हो तो ऐसा।
Face-off in the Karnataka Assembly over the portrait of the freedom hero Veer Savarkar. The Congress stages a protest.
They want us not to entangle with the proceedings. They want our assembly should not take place.
Congress insults the freedom fighters, says why is Jawaharlal Nehru's picture not included? Congress honors the 84 right-wing Jagdish Tytler again by making him a part of the Bharat Jodo committee.
छोड़िए अब छोड़िए ये पुरानी बातें हैं ये तो सच्चाई क्या है पॉलिटिक्स क्या है
Biggest insult to the 84 massacre victims, Tytler calls this an old issue raked up for politics.
But there's no point to return to China. I prefer India. Best place.
First response from Dalai Lama on the Tawang clashes. He says he prefers India. Himanta government acts on illegal encroachment. Eviction drive underway at Baate. First up, the story that has been grabbing a lot of headlines that's developing in the state of Karnataka, where a political storm erupted in the assembly earlier after a picture of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar was put up in the assembly's hall. Reacting to the development, the Congress says that the government should have taken everybody into confidence and demanded a discussion on corruption and state's development.
We wanted to discuss the biggest corruption scandals of the state, of this government. We wanted to discuss about the theft of the voters. They have appointed 8,600 BLOs, which is against the constitution, which is against the law of the election commission. So we wanted to discuss that. They have appointed the workers. They are stealing the data and giving to all their political party. So already IAS officers have been suspended. We wanted to discuss on the whatever the corruption on the recruitment scandal of PSI engineers and all other scandals on employment which has been taking place. We wanted to discuss on various issues on the development agenda which they are not taking care. This has become not a development state. They are trying to take it on a communal angle. So we wanted to discuss that. They want us to protest themselves and make their leader, make their whatever the names which they are trying to bring. They never discussed with us. They never discussed with us. They diverted. They said that they are going to unveil Mahatma Gandhiji and Baba Saheb Ambedkar photo. So we are telling that you do Baba Saheb Ambedkar, you do Mahatma Gandhiji, you do Baswanda. We want our Jagjivan Ram, Shishinath Sharif, Kankadas, Valmiki, Narayan Guru, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, they are Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Abdul Kalam, Maulana Azad, all these great leaders who fought for our independence and who has helped for the social engineering of this state.
Yes, so will you protest inside the well of the house? How you will
yes, definitely we will have to come on record and we will protest inside the house also.
So you heard that response coming in from the Congress's D.K. Shivakumar. I want to say good evening to Mr. Ranjit Savarkar, the grandson of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, who joins us on the broadcast right now. Ranjit ji, thank you for your time, son. Thank you for speaking to us on Republic. You know, earlier we've spoken about Rahul Gandhi, and this time his own party, the Congress, there has a problem if you have a portrait of Veer Savarkar in the assembly in Karnataka, sir. What would you say?
See, they are making baseless allegations against Veer Savarkar. And when I clarified the situation, see, partition, I will say Nehru was responsible for partition, and I want to
Okay, I think we just have some trouble with that line. Ranjit ji, I think there is traveling. We'll try to get him back with us for his very first response to this entire controversy that's brewing now in the Karnataka Assembly. And this was about, remember, a portrait of Veer Savarkar that has been unveiled earlier in the Karnataka Assembly. On the right of your screen is how the Congress party earlier has protested against this move. The Congress alleges this is distraction by the BJP. The BJP instead is asking that what is the problem in honoring Veer Savarkar. We'll try and see if we can get Ranjit ji back with us. But in the meantime, let's quickly make way to listen in to more reactions that have come in.
क्यों बवाल कर रहे? पार्लियामेंट सेंट्रल हॉल में सावरकर जी का फोटो है या नहीं है? और स्वतंत्र वीर सावरकर है. आइडियोलॉजिकल डिफरेंस आपके होंगे, आई डोंट डिनाई फॉर दैट. आपको क्या स्वतंत्र वीर सावरकर के डालने से आपको दुख होगा? किसका डालना है? सिद्धरामैया को पूछो, ये दाऊद इब्राहिम का डालना है क्या? ये क्या चाहते हैं? व्हाट डू दे नीड? देयर प्रॉब्लम इज द पॉलिटिक्स ऑफ अपीजमेंट. This politics of appeasement has led this country to this situation today. They should understand, and at least होंगे आइडियोलॉजिकल डिफरेंसेस. कई कांग्रेस के साथ हमारा भी है, कांग्रेस के जो पहले के नेता थे उनके भी साथ भी है. लेकिन टेकिंग द कंसिडरेशन ऑफ आइडियोलॉजिकल डिफरेंसेस, सबको अपोज करना ये ठीक नहीं है. स्वतंत्र वीर सावरकर एक अप्रतिम देशभक्त थे और अंडमान निकोबार के सेल्युलर जेल में इतने बरस तक रहना, एक दिन भी कांग्रेस के नेता नहीं रह सकते.
वीर सावरकर की तस्वीर को लेकर बवाल हुआ है कर्नाटका के अंदर. कांग्रेस कह रही है कि तस्वीर नहीं होनी चाहिए असेंबली के अंदर, क्या कहेंगे?
तो क्या टीपू सुल्तान की तस्वीर होनी चाहिए कर्नाटक में? अगर वीर सावरकर का नहीं होना चाहिए तो किसका होना चाहिए?
वीर सावरकर की तस्वीर को लेकर बवाल हुआ है कर्नाटका के अंदर. कांग्रेस कह रही है कि तस्वीर नहीं होनी चाहिए असेंबली के अंदर, क्या कहेंगे?
तो क्या टीपू सुल्तान की तस्वीर होनी चाहिए कर्नाटक में? अगर वीर सावरकर का नहीं होना चाहिए तो किसका होना चाहिए?
So you heard those responses coming in from the Congress and the BJP camps. Both Prahlad Joshi and Giriraj Singh there are taunting the Congress back and asking what really is their objection to having a portrait of Veer Savarkar in the assembly. On the other side, you heard D.K. Shivakumar of the Congress there saying that why aren't there discussions on corruption and other issues, and why is the BJP wanting to distract the House by putting out a picture of Veer Savarkar. Instead, he is also recalling how there is no picture or portrait of Jawaharlal Nehru. So we'll try and see if we can get Ranjit ji back with us. He remembers the grandson of Veer Savarkar, should be joining us any moment now. And he has earlier said that this is plain, simple politics being indulged by the Congress party, who want to do away with the kind of contribution of Veer Savarkar. And we'll try and see if we can get his first response to that story again. But for the moment, it's a complete showdown and high drama earlier that we have seen in the Karnataka Assembly over the entire issue.
देखिए, पंजाब में सरकार बदलने के बाद जैसे आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार आई तो 3 महीनों में 70 से ज़्यादा लोगों की वहां पर हत्याएं हो गई, गैंग वॉर चलनी शुरू हो गई, मशहूर गायक की हत्या कर दी गई, फिरौती के काम शुरू हो गए और सीमा पार से कुछ घटनाओं को अंजाम देने के प्रयास भी हुए. और जिस तरह से खालिस्तान के बात वापस सुनने को मिली है, मेरा तो इतना ही रहेगा कि बॉर्डर स्टेट है, कमजोर सरकार से काम नहीं चल सकता. जिस तरह से केंद्र में मोदी सरकार ने कड़ी कार्रवाई आतंकवाद के खिलाफ की है, उसी तरह की कार्रवाई पंजाब में भी होनी चाहिए. ऐसी सोच को फिर पनपने नहीं देना चाहिए.
We are heading into a break right now. When we come back, it's a big insult to the 84 massacre victims. Jagdish Tytler calls this an old issue raked up for politics. Also, the Himanta government acts on illegal encroachment. Eviction drive underway in Batabdra.
Tonight, a murder will be committed. If anyone can name the killer, that person wins our game.
This is truly delightful.
Holy
There has been a murder. For one person, this is not a game. A killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again.
You must be really great at clues.
I'm very bad at dumb things.
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Here, gravity and physics don't call the shots, and sound travels slower than you. This is a different kind of place. That's why we're looking for different kind of people, for whom excellence is not a job, but a way of being, be it in the sky or on the ground. We're looking for an invincible team of invincible people, people who are a cut above.
Join the Indian Air Force to be a cut above.
Invest once and enjoy guaranteed maturity with life cover with LIC's Dhan Varsha, a single premium plan for your family's security and prosperity.
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Inspired by our today, we design your tomorrow. Some said electric is the future. We said, why stop there? At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
उठो, जागो, दौड़ो तुम।
For our Jawans, sir, our Jawans are standing their ground, so they should be respected, they should be honored, they should be appreciated. This is not something which is appropriate. So then, sir, let me come. Let me, sir, come to the bill. One is the penalty, the graded penalties which apply. The graded penalties apply. There's no confusion out here. For certain offences, death can apply. For certain offences, life imprisonment can apply. Certain offences, 10 years will apply. Certain offences, 14 years will apply. The court will decide which of these offences come under which category. And finally, sir, on the bilateral extradition and bilateral arrangement, I think Sri Adhiranjan Chaudhary ji has a very valid point. It is something we have covered under Article 14. I certainly appreciate what he said, that on this issue, the issue of countering piracy, there is a sense of unanimity in the House. So I hope that the entire House will support the bill.
एक बात बताइए, माननीय सदस्यगण, माननीय मंत्री जी ने बहुत डिटेल में एक एक व्यक्ति का जवाब दिया है। आपने जो जो इश्यू उठाए हैं, एक मिनट, आपका भी नाम लिया, आपका भी नाम लिया, आपका भी नाम लिया। अब आपके पास एक मिनट, आपके नेता टीआर बारू जी क्या बोलना चाहते हैं? आप
wrong information. He has misinformed the House. Actually, the Constitution has been ceded.
आपको अगर आप ये
bilateral agreements are two executives only. Now, it has not been sanctioned with the Parliament of India. So that it is no way it is legal. So minister has simply passed on the buck to the Congress. So whether it is Congress or BJP or any government of this matter is not a settled one. This geography belongs, Kachitivu geography belongs to Raja of Ramnath, who is the king of Tamil Nadu at that time.
Okay.
Actually, this has been.
Mehtab ji, okay.
This has been considered by.
Sir, Mehtab ji,
I fully appreciate.
एक मिनट, Mehtab ji, एक मिनट, बालू जी, प्लीज एक मिनट। प्लीज बालूजी एक मिनट प्लीज
Nice to us. Is somebody, who is that somebody, sir?
Somebody chief
He is an elected chief minister. He should mind his word. He should withdraw immediately. This is not fair and part of external affairs minister. Just to inform.
B Mehtab ji.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I fully appreciate the views that has been, the point that has come up by the External Affairs Minister. After a very long time, actually, we are discussing about anti-piracy. 2000 years ago, in the eastern coast, the Kalingan mariners had a flourishing maritime activity and they were fighting against piracy. During the 7th, 8th and 9th century, it was the Cholas who ruled the Indian Ocean and also conquered large part of Southeast Asia, and they were also fighting against piracy.
So, S. Jaishankar, they're speaking in the Lok Sabha on the Tawang clashes and giving that strong response to the opposition that's been questioning the government and also lambasting the army baiters. Let's once again listen into that soundbite of S. Jaishankar.
We're saying publicly that our ties are not normal. So we have no problem if there is political differences, if there is even political criticism. I have heard sometimes that my own understanding needs to be deepened. When I see who is giving the advice, I can only bow in respect. But I think we should not directly or indirectly criticize our Jawans.
Yeah.
When our Jawans, sir, are standing, sir, our Jawans are standing, sir, in Yangtze, in Yangtze at 13,000 feet. Yeah. At 13,000 feet, they are standing there defending our borders. They do not deserve to have the word pitai. The word pitai should not be used for our Jawans, sir. Sir, our Jawans are standing their ground, so they should be respected, they should be honored, they should be appreciated. This is not. Why are we saying publicly that our ties are not normal? So we have no problem if there is political differences, if there is even political criticism. I have heard sometimes that my own understanding needs to be deepened. When I see who is giving the advice, I can only bow in respect. But I think we should not directly or indirectly criticize our Jawans. Yeah. When our Jawans, sir, are standing, sir, our Jawans are standing, sir, in Yangtze, in Yangtze at 13,000 feet. Yeah. At 13,000 feet, they are standing there defending our borders. They do not deserve to have the word pitai. The word pitai should not be used for our Jawans, sir. Sir, our Jawans are standing their ground, so they should be respected, they should be honored, they should be appreciated. This is not something which is appropriate.
A very short break. Coming up on the other side, Congress leader makes sexist remark against Smriti Irani, says she does latke jhatke in Amethi. And Himanta government acts on illegal encroachment eviction drive underway in Baate.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 10th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
एक दिन मैं सोते-सोते गिर गया और मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ। पता है किसने किया? घोस्ट ने। वो अरबान मुझे बचा लेता है। मिलोगे?
अरे कोई घोस्ट नहीं, रोनी के पापा ही हैं जो उसे सेफ रखते हैं, जैसे हैवल्स लाइफ शील्ड वायर्स जो दिखते नहीं पर घर को सेफ रखते हैं, ना आग पकड़े ना जहरीली गैस छोड़े, वायर्स दैट डोंट कैच फायर।
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Inspired by our today, we design your tomorrow. Some said electric is the future. We said, why stop there? At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया, पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए?
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया, अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
उठो, जागो, दौड़ो तुम, डायबिटीज को रोको तुम।
Get Beto's Diabetes Care Program with a free glucometer and expert advice. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
Yeah, Ajay, look at your dad. Will we be the same at his age?
Absolutely yes, if we plan our future like him.
How?
My father had invested in LIC's Jeevan Akshay, which gives immediate and guaranteed annuity at regular intervals, that too for life.
Wow. But do we have to wait until his age?
Absolutely not. We recently invested in LIC's new Jeevan Shanti, which gives deferred annuity, which means regular income after some years.
I see.
LIC.
LIC's annuity plans give 10 annuity options and flexibility in receiving regular income. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
One was reported dead while several others suffered injuries after a private bus collided with a container vehicle. The incident was reported in Maharashtra's Raigad district when the bus was returning from Sindhudurg and on board were 35 passengers. Reports suggest that a container hit the private bus, claiming one life. Police officers and rescue fighters were immediately rushed to the spot. A case has been launched into the accident and probe is underway. Bureau report for Republic TV.
Congress insults freedom fighters, says why is Jawaharlal Nehru's photo not included? Bharat Congress honors 1984 right-wing Tytler again by making him part of Bharat Jodo committee.
देखें कौन नया खिलाड़ी आया है।
समझा देते हैं।
प्यार से समझाएंगे, धीरे धीरे से,
वो भी अपनी जुबान में।
ये तो अपनी जुबान है।
जुबान एक हो
तो दिल भी एक होने चाहिए। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो।
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call DEN toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharti Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
अगर मिठाई जंक फूड से है यारी, तो डायबिटीज की कर लो तैयारी।
Get Beto's Diabetes Care Program with a free glucometer and expert advice. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
झाके रे झाके झरोके से झाके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झाके रे झाके फ्यूचर को ये ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झाके रे झाके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
News in brief, freedom icon Veer Savarkar's portrait has been unveiled in the Karnataka Assembly in Belagavi along with Mahatma Gandhi. The Congress party has opposed the move, saying Savarkar was a controversial figure. Veer Savarkar's portrait, remember, was one of the 7 photos unveiled today. Meanwhile, the Congress responding to the Veer Savarkar's portrait has said that Savarkar did not belong to Karnataka and that he was too controversial a figure to be honoured in the Assembly. The controversial right-link Jagdish Tytler was part of the meeting on the Bharat Jodo Yatra in the national capital. Ahead of the Yatra in national capital, Tytler was part of the meeting that was called by the top brass. Second time in recent past that he was called by the top brass after the MCD polls, which he officially attended. A very short break coming up. On the other side, it's a face-off in the Karnataka Assembly over portrait of Veer Savarkar. Congress stages protest. Himanta government acts on illegal encroachment eviction drive underway in Baate.
$5 lakhs.
लोन चाहिए तो पैसाबाजार.com पर जाइए, लोन सही मिलेगा यहीं।
Magnificent picture, magnificent sound, magnificent experience, Magnifique, high performance TVs by Aiwa Japan, now in India.
उठो, जागो, दौड़ो तुम, डायबिटीज को रोको तुम।
Get Beto's Diabetes Care Program with a free glucometer and expert advice. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
Hey Rahul, what's up?
Hey, kicked about our first date?
Of course.
Benefits up to rupees 30,000 only at the Citroën C3 Carnival. Book today.
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए?
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
A warm good afternoon, friends. It's been a newsy Monday from Assam to the Assembly in Karnataka and from Parliament to Patna. But let's begin with the headlines first. All right, face off in Karnataka Assembly over portrait of freedom hero Veer Savarkar. Congress stages protest.
They want us not to entangle with the proceedings. They want our assembly should not take place.
Congress insults freedom fighter, says why is Jawaharlal Nehru missing from the portraits. Border Congress honors 1984 riot-linked Tytler again by making him part of Bharat Jodo committee.
ते हैं ये तो सच्चाई क्या है, पॉलिटिक्स क्या है,
For biggest insult to 1984 massacre victims, Tytler calls it an old issue rigged up for politics.
स्मृति ईरानी केवल आती हैं, लटके झटके देकर चली जाती हैं। वो निश्चित तौर से गांधी परिवार की सीट है और रहेगी।
And Congress leader makes sexist remark against Smriti Irani, says she does latke chatke in Amethi. And Himanta government acts on illegal encroachments. Eviction drive underway in Batadraba. Welcome. Congress leader in Uttar Pradesh, the chief of the Eastern Unit, in fact, Ajay Rai, who has contested against Prime Minister twice in 2014 and 19, has made a very sexist and misogynist remark against Union Minister Smriti Irani, who is, of course, the Member of Parliament from Amethi. While speaking to media persons somewhere in Eastern UP, he claimed that Smriti only does latke jhatke when she travels to Amethi, and that Rahul Gandhi, who was handsomely defeated by Irani, would be back to contest from the Gandhi family bastion. Ajay Rai, almost a repeat offender. Let's try to listen him what exactly he said on the Union Minister.
भाई, वो गांधी परिवार की सीट है, वहाँ से राहुल जी कई बार रहे, राजीव जी थे, संजय गांधी, सारे परिवार के लोग वहाँ से रहे। जिस तरीके से सेवा की, आप जितने कल कारखाने आप देख लीजिए, चाहे वो भेल का कारखाना हो, चाहे डेल का कारखाना, जो भी चीज़ें, जितनी भी फैक्ट्रियां लगी हैं, सारी फैक्ट्रियां आज बंदी के कगार। जगदीशपुर का पूरा इंडस्ट्री एरिया लगी है, लगभग जहां लोगों ने वहाँ बताया कि आधे से ज़्यादा कल कारखाने बंद पड़े हैं। स्मृति ईरानी केवल आती हैं, लटके झटके देकर चली जाती हैं। वो निश्चित तौर से गांधी परिवार की सीट है और रहेगी। राहुल गांधी निश्चित तौर से 2024 में वहाँ की कार्यकर्ताओं की मांग है। हम सब लोग ये निश्चित तौर से डिमांड करेंगे कि वो वहाँ पे चुनाव 24 में आके लड़े।
we'll go to the breaking. Ajay Rai is on the phone with us. Ajay Rai, आपने जो स्मृति ईरानी के बारे में बोला है, आपको नहीं लगता ये थोड़ी सी अभद्रता है राजनीतिक व्यवहार में कि आप एक मंत्री जो है देश की, उनको आप कह रहे हैं कि वो लटके झटके करती हैं?
मैंने जो भी भाषा बोली उसमें कहीं से भी कोई अभद्रता नहीं है। मैंने सम्मान पूर्वक मैंने कहा कि भाई फिल्म एक्ट्रेस है, फिल्म एक्ट्रेस तो लटके झटके में रहती है, पहले तो एक्ट्रेस रही हुई है ना, यही मैंने बोला है। और मैंने कौन सा संसदीय भाषा का इस्तेमाल किया है?
नहीं, वो अभी तो देश की मंत्री हैं और उन्होंने राहुल गांधी को हराया है। वो पहले क्या थी, उससे उसका आज का राजनीति का क्या लेना देना?
मैंने पहले से लेकर आज तक की बात की है कि भाई लटके झटके मैंने ये बोला है, मैंने कोई असंसदीय भाषा नहीं बोला। हेलो, ये बिल्कुल असंसदीय भाषा है राजनीति में अजय राय जी, कि आप एक महिला मंत्री को उस नजरिए से देख रहे हैं जो उनको राजनीति से अलग करके देखता है, उनका जो पहले का जीवन था उसको आज सामने लेके आता है। उसको भी अरे कैसे अलग कर लेंगे भाई, जो पहले का जीवन, अगर उनका जीवन था, फिल्म का इतिहास था, उसमें क्या गलत है? उसको इस तरह से जोड़ना और ऐसे दिखाना कि लटके झटके कुछ होता नहीं है, काम नहीं होता, वो काम होता है ना। नहीं भैया, मैंने कोई गलत बात तो बोली नहीं। मैंने तो कहा कि माननीय मंत्री जी लटके झटके वाली, तो ये तो मैंने बोला। उसने असंसदीय क्या बोल दिया मैंने? आपको लगता है प्रियंका गांधी, आपकी जो है प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा, इस बात को स्वीकार कर लेंगी कि आपने कोई उनकी यूनियन मिनिस्टर की बेइज्जती नहीं करी है? नहीं, मैंने कोई बेइज्जती नहीं की है, कोई मैंने असंसदीय भाषा का इस्तेमाल नहीं किया। आप कभी भी डिक्शनरी खोल के देख सकते हैं मान्यवर, मैंने कोई असंसदीय भाषा का इस्तेमाल नहीं किया। क्या आप कह रहे हैं कि ये राजनीतिक संस्कार हैं जो पूर्वांचल है उसके? कांग्रेस वही है जिसने कहा कि लड़की हूं और लड़ सकती हूं, जो बोला है और स्मृति ईरानी लड़ी और उन्होंने राहुल गांधी को हराया। नहीं तो राहुल गांधी हराया तो हम भी उनको हराएंगे, चिंता न करिए, बिल्कुल हराएंगे उनको भी हराएंगे। मोदी को 2024 क्या आप ये बता रहे थे कि स्मृति ईरानी ने लटके झटके से राहुल गांधी को हराया, अपनी राजनीति से नहीं हराया? स्मृति ईरानी नहीं, आप क्या कह रहे थे कि स्मृति ईरानी ने लटके झटके से राहुल गांधी को हराया, अपनी राजनीति से नहीं हराया, अपनी काबिलियत से नहीं हराया? लटके झटके मैं कहता हूँ कि ये जाती है तो वह लटके झटके वाली बात कर, मैंने ये बात बोली है। हराने वाली जीतने वाली मैंने बात नहीं बोली। आप मेरे बयान को देख सकते हैं, जो मैंने बयान दिया है मैंने उस पे। क्या लटका झटका मतलब ये मुहावरे से बात कर रहे हैं आप, या आप उससे बात कर रहे हैं जो उनका पूर्व में एक करियर रहा है? नहीं, अब उसको मुहावरे के रूप में ले लीजिए, चाहे किस रूप में आप ले लीजिए। मैंने कोई असंसदीय भाषा का इस्तेमाल नहीं किया है। मैंने जो बोला है उसमें मैं कायम हूं। बिल्कुल, आप माफी नहीं मांगेंगे? नहीं, कहा है कि भाई कोई गलती करेंगे तब तो माफी मांगेंगे। गलती कोई किया ही नहीं है। आप कभी डिक्शनरी उठाकर देख ले कि लटके झटके में अगर कहीं आपको बिल्कुल नहीं लग रहा कि ये राजनीतिक अभद्रता है कि एक महिला मंत्री जो अपनी काबिलियत से आपके नेता राहुल गांधी को हरा के अमेठी की सांसद हैं, उनको ये बोलना कि वो लटके झटके करती हैं? आप काबिलियत से हराई है कि झूठ बोलकर हराई है कि क्या करके हराई है, वो तो वक्त बताएगा। 2024 आ रहा है, आप देखते रहिए, ठीक है? आप जनता पर विश्वास नहीं करते? जनता इतनी समझदार नहीं है कि वो समझ ले कि स्मृति क्या कह रही है और राहुल क्या कह रहे हैं अमेठी की? जनता बिल्कुल। तो अमेठी में क्या किया स्मृति ईरानी ने? बतावे ना कि कितनी फैक्ट्रियां लगी, कितने कल कारखाने लगवाए उन्होंने। जो कारखाने चल रहे थे वो भी कारखाने बंद पड़े हैं, वो भी लॉक हो गए, लॉकडाउन हो गया उनका भी। बेल का कारखाना जो चल रहा था वो भी बंद कर दिया गया। कितने कारखाने बंद पड़े हैं, हम लोगों ने आंख से देखा, जो वहाँ पे लॉक पड़े हुए हैं। उसको चालू करावें, वहाँ पे लोगों को रोजगार दें, वहाँ के लोगों को काम मिलना चाहिए। अजय राय जी, एक मुद्दा ये है कि वहाँ काम हुआ या नहीं, दूसरा मुद्दा ये है कि आप एक महिला राजनेता जो हैं उनके ऊपर इस तरह का कटाक्ष कर रहे हैं, व्यंग कर रहे हैं कि वो लटके झटके करती हैं। ये तो बहुत उचित नहीं है ना? मैंने पहले ये तो बिल्कुल मर्यादा से परे की बात है। मैंने कोई असंसदीय भाषा का प्रयोग नहीं किया, ना कभी मर्यादा के बाहर मैंने कोई। आप बिल्कुल नहीं मानेंगे, स्वीकार नहीं करेंगे? और अगर आपके शीर्ष नेतृत्व ने कहा कि ये गलत है तो? अब मैंने कह दिया ना कि मैंने जो कहा है वो संसदीय भाषा है, असंसदीय भाषा कहीं से नहीं, ठीक है जी। चलिए, आप स्वीकार करने को तैयार नहीं है। शायद आपके जो शीर्ष नेतृत्व है और प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा है जो खुद एक महिला हैं, अगर प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा कहती हैं कि आप गलत कर रहे हैं तो आप माफी मांगेंगे?
अजय राय, अजय राय, हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अजय राय को फिर से लाइन पर लेके आए. बिल्कुल we'll try to listen to his bite again and of course try and connect him again because he was absolutely unrepentant. He is not willing to apologize. He is not admitting even that he has made a sexist or misogynist remark against Union Minister Smriti Irani, and he is not going to step back despite the fact that the comments he made alluded to the Union Minister's earlier career. Let's listen into him again and then we try and connect on the phone as well.
भाई, वो गांधी परिवार की सीट है, वहाँ से राहुल जी कई बार रहे, राजीव जी थे, संजय गांधी, सारे परिवार के लोग वहाँ से रहे. जिस तरीके से सेवा की, आप जितने कल कारखाने आप देख लीजिए, चाहे वो भेल का कारखाना हो, चाहे डेल का कारखाना, जो भी चीज़ें, जितनी भी फैक्ट्रियाँ लगी हैं, सारी फैक्ट्रियाँ आज बंदी के कगार. जगदीशपुर का पूरा इंडस्ट्री एरिया लगी है, लगभग जहाँ लोगों ने वहाँ बताया कि आधे से ज़्यादा कल कारखाने बंद पड़े हैं. स्मृति ईरानी केवल आती हैं, लटके झटके देकर चली जाती हैं. वो निश्चित तौर से गांधी परिवार की सीट है और रहेगी. राहुल गांधी निश्चित तौर से 2024 में वहाँ की कार्यकर्ताओं की मांग है. हम सब लोग ये निश्चित तौर से डिमांड करेंगे कि वो वहाँ पे चुनाव 24 में आके लड़े. अरे भाई, वो गांधी परिवार की सीट है, वहाँ से राहुल जी कई बार रहे, राजीव जी थे, संजय गांधी, सारे परिवार के लोग वहाँ से रहे. जिस तरीके से सेवा की, आप जितने कल कारखाने आप देख लीजिए, चाहे वो भेल का कारखाना हो, चाहे डेल का कारखाना, जो भी चीज़ें, जितनी भी फैक्ट्रियाँ लगी हैं, सारी फैक्ट्रियाँ आज बंदी के कगार. जगदीशपुर का पूरा इंडस्ट्री एरिया लगी है, लगभग जहाँ लोगों ने वहाँ बताया कि आधे से ज़्यादा कल कारखाने बंद पड़े हैं. स्मृति ईरानी केवल आती हैं, लटके झटके देकर चली जाती हैं. वो निश्चित तौर से गांधी परिवार की सीट है और रहेगी. राहुल गांधी निश्चित तौर से 2024 में वहाँ की कार्यकर्ताओं की मांग है. हम सब लोग ये निश्चित तौर से डिमांड करेंगे कि वो वहाँ पे चुनाव 24 में आके लड़े.
ये थे, this was Ajay Rai, the UP, one of the regional presidents of Uttar Pradesh for the Congress party. He's someone who has contested against Prime Minister Modi from Varanasi in 2014 and 19 and making that very sexist and misogynist comment as can be heard and seen, and there was a smirk on his face. We'll try and connect with Ajay Rai again. He was unrepentant, unapologetic and not stepping back from his comments despite being asked whether if he would pull back if, for example, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who is the leader of the Congress party in Uttar Pradesh, in charge of Uttar Pradesh, says in fact that this was a sexist comment. The tone and tonality was clear, and he was trying to make a sarcastic comment on or alluding to the union minister's earlier career. All right, Ajay Rai now refusing to come on the phone with us, or we could have confronted him on this comment that he has made against Union Minister Smriti Irani. On that note, I think we have to move ahead and get you a breaking news development, and that's in connection with Anubrata Mandal of the Trinamool Congress, who's in jail in Asansol in Bengal, and the Enforcement Directorate getting his transit remand from a Delhi court to bring him to Delhi and to question him in connection with the cattle smuggling case, among others. Anubrata is in Asansol jail, and Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court, in fact, has allowed the Enforcement Directorate its plea for producing Anubrata Mandal before a special judge court in Delhi, where possibly his custody could be sought. And that's an important development. We'll try and connect with our sister channel in Kolkata, Republic Bangla, and see if we can get somebody. Also, of course, if we can get somebody from the courts reporting from the ground, either Akhilesh or Sambhav. Court in Delhi has allowed Anubrata Mandal, TMC leader, to be brought to Delhi on a transit remand. He is as of now in Asansol jail in connection with a cattle smuggling case. And I'm told that We'll try and connect with our reporter on the ground. I believe he happens to be inside the court and that's why we're not able to connect him. In the meantime, we move on to another story, an important one coming again from the east, from the northeast, in fact, from Assam, where the Himanta government has cracked down on encroachments. And these are huge encroachments. All right, moving on to another story from the east, in fact, from the northeast, and that comes from Assam, where the Himanta Biswa Sarma government has carried out a major crackdown on encroachments taking place across Assam. Remember, the Yatra land issue is something which keeps coming under the lens, under the spotlight, off and on. And this time, we are told, as can be seen in the pictures, bulldozers carrying out this encroachment in about 800 to 1,000 bighas of land. This eviction drive was completed in record 8 hours with hundreds of policemen accompanying the administration to make sure that there is no law and order situation. Lands include the Yatra land and government lands as well. And these encroachments, which have stood for decades in some cases, now the Himanta government really going after those encroachments across the state. Many of these are by illegal migrants coming in from Bangladesh and from other states, and that makes the government believe that this kind of tough measure is called for. Eviction notices were in fact issued earlier, and this eviction drive, an anti-encroachment drive, now taking place with the administration going ahead, demolishing the structures that have come up on those encroached lands across the state. This is, of course, okay, let's go to a ground reporter filed by my colleague from Guwahati, Anirudh.
The Assam government on Monday carried out a massive eviction drive, one of the largest eviction drive in the state in Batadraba area of Nagaon district. Right now I am standing in one of the eviction site at Santigram Bazaar, and you can see the eviction, they have evicted the illegal establishments which were built here. They have also evicted many houses, around 72 houses were there which were not removed by the owners and had to be evoked to made an encroachment free. These were encroachment on government land as well as Yatra land in Assam. Over 1,000 bighas of land have been evicted to made encroachment free today, and for the first time this eviction drive, which was carried out from around 6 a.m. in the morning, has been completed at a record time of 8 hours. Within 8 hours, over 1,000 bighas of land have been made encroachment free by the administration of Nagaon district. It may be mentioned that this is the first largest eviction drive carried out by the state government on government land and Yatra land encroached by suspected illegal settlers, and also after the CREPSLA, the committee to review and assess Yatra land in the state of Assam, submitted its interim report to the Chief Minister on December 2. On December 3rd, Republic TV exclusively brought you report from Barpeta, where we highlighted how government land and Yatra land have been encroached by people. And after that, this is a mega impact of Republic reporters that a massive eviction drive has been carried out within 16 days in Assam's Nagaon. With video journalist Ashok, I am Anirudh Bharat, and this is Republic Media Network.
Pakistan! Lashkar Taiba! Lashkar Taiba! Lashkar Taiba! PRM! 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 Lashkar Taiba! Pakistan! 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 Lashkar Taiba! Jaish-e-Mohammed! Jaish-e-Mohammed! Jihadi Dinios! Jihadi Dinios! Jihadi Dinios! Lashkar Taiba! Pakistan! 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 PRM! Awaaz do! Sharia! हमारी, सैलरी हमारी, सैलरी हमारी, सैलरी हमारी, सैलरी हमारी, आवाज दो। We want, we want, we want, we want, we want.
All right, a short break on the other side. External Affairs Minister hits out at Rahul Gandhi for his attack on army. And face-off in Karnataka Assembly over portrait of freedom hero Veer Savarkar. Congress stages protest.
सोच रहा हूँ कमेंट्री ट्राई करूँ। मैच का आखिरी बॉल, तेज तूफानी डिलीवरी, एक धमाकेदार शॉट और ये गया छक्का।
छक्का नहीं, टूटा। आपके टाइल्स को चाहिए MY के लेटिक्रीट टाइल एडेसिव। फॉर्मूला ऐसा कि अब टाइल न टूटेगा न छूटेगा।
सुनो, फिर से शादी कर ली। अब तो मैं रिटायर होने वाला हूँ, उसके बाद तो टाइम ही टाइम होगा एक दूसरे के लिए।
पर रिटायरमेंट के बाद लाइफ इतनी इजी थोड़ी होगी। HDFC लाइफ एन्युटी।
रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी सैलरी मिलेगी।
HDFC लाइफ एन्युटी प्लान्स दे लाइफ लॉन्ग इनकम ताकि रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी लाइफ पहले जैसी ही रहे। HDFC लाइफ, सर उठा के जियो।
बैंगन भरते का सारा सामान ऑर्डर कर दिया, बैंगन ही ऑर्डर करना भूल गया।
बैंगन भी ऑर्डर कर दो।
सिर्फ एक बैंगन देने कौन आएगा?
जियो मार्ट सिर्फ एक आइटम भी फ्री डिलीवर करता है।
छोटा या बहुत छोटा, जियो मार्ट करता है हर ऑर्डर फ्री होम डिलीवर। जियो मार्ट, हर घर का मार्ट।
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amritkal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
अगर मिठाई जंक फूड से है यारी, तो डायबिटीज की कर लो तैयारी।
Get Beto's Diabetes Care Program with a free glucometer and expert advice. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
From the opposition parties, their frustration has reached a level that they do not believe in any rules or regulations in the functioning of Parliament, and they are even denying the rulings and observations of the chair. In fact, the chair made very rational comments, very logical rulings, but unfortunately the opposition is behaving obstructionist and destructive.
हो गया कि सर जम्मू कश्मीर से पंडितों भाग रहे हैं, पंडितों को खत्म करने के लिए सूची बनाई जा रहे हैं आतंकवादी की तरफ से, और वो सूची सर सरकारी दफ्तर से निकाले भी जा रहे हैं। तो इस हालत में देख सर हम चाहते हैं कि ये जम्मू कश्मीर की जो मसला है सर, इस मुद्दे को लेकर सदन में एक विस्तार से चर्चा हो।
डोकलाम हुआ, गलवान हुआ, अब तवांग, और बीजेपी के एक सांसद ने लोकसभा में ये बात कही है कि चीन घुसपैठ कर रहा है। बावजूद इसके आप चर्चा से भागते हैं, क्यों? क्योंकि आपने 12 लाख करोड़ रुपए का व्यापार 2 साल में दिया है चीन को। ये सच पूरे देश को जानना चाहिए। जो चीन हमारा दुश्मन देश है, हमारे देश के अंदर घुसपैठ कर रहा है, उसको आप तोप खरीदने के लिए, मिसाइल खरीदने के लिए, हथियार खरीदने के लिए व्यापार दे रहे हो।
बिहार के अंदर गोपालगंज में जब 2016 में घटना घटी थी, तो इसी मुख्यमंत्री ने, इन्होंने ही 4-4 लाख रुपया पीड़ित परिवारों को दिया था, और बिहार का जो एक्साइज एंड प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट है उसकी धारा 42 ये कहती है कि अगर कोई शराब पीने से किसी की मौत हो जाती है तो उसको 4 लाख रुपए देने का प्रावधान है। फिर मुख्यमंत्री झूठ क्यों बोल रहे हैं सदन के अंदर और सदन के बाहर कि मैं कोई मुआवजा नहीं दूंगा, मेरी कोई सहानुभूति नहीं है।
ये दबाव डाला गया और परिवार के लोग खुद इस बात की गवाही दे रहे हैं, दबाव डाला गया तुरंत अंतिम संस्कार करने के लिए ताकि उनका पोस्टमार्टम ना हो। और अभी भी परिवार वालों पे दबाव डाला जा रहा है कि कोई ये ना बोले कि शराब पीने से उनकी मृत्यु हुई है, नहीं तो आपको जेल के अंदर कर दिया जाएगा।
राजस्थान की पूरी कैबिनेट राजस्थान के सड़कों पे चले। आपने दिखा दिया है कि आप 25 किलोमीटर चल सकते हो। 25 किलोमीटर चला है सबने।
एक दिन मैं सोते सोते गिर गया और मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ। पता है किसने किया? घोस्ट ने। मेरा दोस्त है, वो हर बार मुझे बचा लेता है। घोस्ट को कैसे पता मैं अंधेरे से डरता हूँ? घोस्ट मेरा दोस्त है, मिलोगे?
अरे कोई घोस्ट नहीं, रोनी के पापा ही हैं जो उसे सेफ रखते हैं। जैसे हैवेल्स लाइफ शील्ड वायर्स जो दिखते नहीं पर घर को सेफ रखते हैं, ना आग पकड़े ना जहरीली गैस छोड़े। वायर्स दैट डोंट कैच फायर।
यार अजय, look at your dad. Will we be the same at his age?
Absolutely yes, if we plan our future like him.
How?
My father had invested in LIC's Jeevan Akshay, which gives immediate and guaranteed annuity at regular intervals, that too for life.
Wow. But do we have to wait until his age?
Absolutely not. We recently invested in LIC's new Jeevan Shanti, which gives deferred annuity, which means regular income after some years.
I see.
LIC's annuity plans give 10 annuity options and flexibility in receiving regular income. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ।
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था में $1 ट्रिलियन का योगदान और देश की अर्थव्यवस्था में ग्रोथ इंजन के रूप में अपनी भूमिका का निर्वहन करने के हेतु प्रदेश सरकार यूपी ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर्स समिट 2023 का आयोजन कर रही है। आर्थिक विकास में तेज रफ्तार से आगे बढ़ रहे उत्तर प्रदेश में इस समिट के माध्यम से योगी सरकार ने 10 लाख करोड़ रुपए के निवेश का लक्ष्य रखा है।
बस। बॉल।
खट्टे मीठे घूट कटक के ले दूध को ठूस। Just let loose. Limonata. Just let loose.
Protests are happening in Belgaum. NCP leaders tried to enter Belgavi in Karnataka and those leaders have been detained.
मैं पटना के एम्स दिखा फ्लाईओवर पर हूँ। दारू की भट्टी है, 2 लोग हैं। कैसे दारू की भट्टी खुलेआम इस खेत में चल रही है और डब्बे जो है हटाए जा रहे हैं।
जो रिबिका की हत्या हुई है, 18 टुकड़े जो रिबिका के मिले हैं, उसके बाद ये तमाम लोग अपनी नाराजगी जाहिर कर रहे हैं।
Viewers, a very good evening. You're watching Republic TV, India's #1 news channel. I am Shivangi Shukla. We'll get to all the top updates coming in right now this Monday evening. But before that, as usual, the top headlines which is making the news. Face off at Karnataka Assembly over portrait of freedom hero Veer Savarkar. Congress stages protest. Congress insults a freedom fighter. Says why is Jawaharlal Nehru's photo not included? Bharat Congress honors 1984 right-linked Tytler again by making him part of Bharat Jodo committee.
छोड़िए ये पुरानी बातें हैं, ये तो सच्चाई क्या है, पॉलिटिक्स क्या है,
Biggest insult to 1984 massacre victim, Tytler calls it an old issue raked up for politics.
स्मृति ईरानी केवल आती हैं, लटके झटके देकर चली जाती हैं। वो निश्चित तौर से गांधी परिवार की सीट है और रहेगी।
Congress leader makes a sexist remark against Smriti Irani, says she does latke jhatke in Amethi. Himanta government acts on illegal encroachment, eviction drive underway in Baate. Viewers, a big political slugfest and storm is erupted in the Karnataka Assembly after a picture of, in fact, Savarkar has been put up in the Assembly's hall. Reacting to the development, Congress said that the government should have taken everybody into confidence and demanded a discussion on corruption and state development as well. It's a big story we're tracking right now where a huge controversy has erupted. Remember, the Congress even went ahead and they were staging a protest outside the assembly, and the Congress also saying that they should be consulted. On the other hand, the BJP has hit out at the Congress saying that they should cooperate at this point of time. It's a major political slugfest which has erupted between the BJP and the Congress on the first day of the winter session over the installation of Savarkar's picture in the Karnataka Assembly. Many reactions coming in, viewers. Let's play them out.
We wanted to discuss the biggest corruption scandals of the state, of this government. We wanted to discuss about the theft of the voters. They have appointed 8,600 BLOs, which is against the constitution, which is against the law of the election commission. So we wanted to discuss that. They have appointed the workers. They are stealing the data and giving to all their political party. So already IAS officers have been suspended. We wanted to discuss on the whatever the corruption on the recruitment scandal of PSI engineers and all other scandals on employment which has been taking place. We wanted to discuss on various issues on the development agenda which they are not taking care. This has become not a development state. They are trying to take it on a communal angle. So we wanted to discuss that. They want us to protest themselves and make their leader, make their whatever the names which they are trying to bring. They never discussed with us. They never discussed with us. They diverted. They said that they are going to unveil Mahatma Gandhiji and Baba Saheb Ambedkar photo. So we are telling that you do Baba Saheb Ambedkar, you do Mahatma Gandhiji, you do Baswanda. We want our Jagjivan Ram, Shishinath Sharif, Kankadas, Valmiki, Narayan Guru, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, they are Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Abdul Kalam, Maulana Azad, all these great leaders who fought for our independence and who has helped for the social engineering of this state.
So will you protest inside the well of the house? How you will
Yes, definitely we will have to come on record and we will protest inside the house also.
All right, viewers, joining us live right now, we have with us Ranjit Savarkar, Veer Savarkar's grandson, joining us live. Thank you for joining us here. A very, very warm welcome to Republic TV. Now, my first question to you is, DK Shivakumar says they are trying to cause trouble by putting up the Savarkar portrait without consulting the opposition. What do you really make of the Congress's opposition?
No, Congress, time and again, they are using the name of Savarkar for their political gains. Since they have lost the power, they have started criticizing Savarkar. It is a matter of record that when Congress was in power during the Indira Gandhi regime, she has honored Savarkar. So, only because now they are losing the power, they are making a use of Savarkar's name. And they are claiming that Savarkar is the origin of dual nation theory. But I want to put it on record. I got certain documents, and I want Congress people to answer my allegation, not allegation, the fact. On 12th of May 1947, in Shimla, Nehru accepted the partition in his personal capacity without consulting even the Congress leaders. And if we go back 2 days back, so we'll find that Nehru went to Shimla along with Mountbatten and Lady Mountbatten. I don't know why these discussions were not held in Delhi. Specifically, Nehru was flown there. And on the night of 10th, Nehru was given the plan by Mountbatten. On 11th May, Nehru opposed this plan. And on 12th, Nehru accepted this plan in toto. In fact, he has gone beyond the acceptance. I want to know what has happened between the 24 hours that Nehru has changed his view. And it will be very shocking. I got these documents. These are the Viceroy documents, Viceroy reports. So these are the Minister of They say that Nehru said, if the British give a decision, and as it was regarded, bloodshed followed, not only would the British have to take the blame, but also Indo-British relations would deteriorate. Pandit Nehru had expressed a view that Indians should take the blame. Pandit Nehru has reiterated that he would be prepared to afford all manner of safeguard and assurance to Muslim League. Not only he accepted the plan, but he made some amendments in the plan, and he gave his promise to the Britishers that I will convince Muslim League. And he forced Britishers that in lieu of accepting the plan, he wanted the date to be preponed by 11 months. Because the British plan says the partition was supposed to be in July 48. So by Nehru's plan, his amendment, 11 months it was brought forward, and because of that, government was not ready, police were not ready, army were not ready, administration was nowhere in existence. It was a total state of anarchy in August 47 when partition happened, and millions of Indians died. All this blood, all this partition is to be blamed because what has Nehru done on the 12th of May 1947, he accepted it unilaterally and forced Congress to accept it. So now my question is, what has happened between 11th of May 1947 and 12th of May 1947 in Shimla, when Nehru was with Lord and Lady Mountbatten, that he has changed his opposition to the partition to complete acceptance and complete support.
Right, and you are speaking about V.D. Savarkar's contribution in India's freedom movement. It was a big contribution, but the Congress leaders today, they held up pictures of Jawaharlal Nehru during the protest held on the steps of the Assembly building. Do you think, Mr. Ranjit Savarkar, this is the agenda to keep the contribution of Savarkar in the shadows?
See, not only to keep the contribution of agenda in shadow, see, they want to hide the misdeeds of Nehru. I'm sure this is a voice record document, and I will answer what has happened. That my question, it has been answered by Mountbatten himself. Mountbatten, in his voice record report, says that I asked Nehru to come as my guest, as I thought he was nearing a breakdown from overwork, and he spent 4 days with us. Us means me and my wife. We made a real friends with him, and whatever else happens, I feel this friendship is sincere and will last. See, this is a part of official report. When the Viceroy says Nehru made a real friend with us and it will last for long, it means that he has succeeded in manipulating the Nehru, and he's hoping that in future also Nehru will listen to him. So this is a very serious thing Nehru has done. All such things are coming up because the documents are coming in picture, and Congress want to hide these things from people, so they keep continue blaming Savarkar.
Absolutely. And also, we have seen just 1 month ago, if we go back in history, I mean just 1 month ago, a short while back, Rahul Gandhi has insulted Savarkar, and today there are protests in Karnataka Assembly. Is there an attempt to distort the truth about Savarkar and Rahul Gandhi and the Congress in the past? They have done multiple flip-flops on VD Savarkar.
See, every time something happens, they want to misguide the people. They raise the issue of Savarkar, and then they don't have daring to answer my questions. I took a press conference after that. For a month, the allegations stopped. But now they saw another opportunity. Again, they are doing it. And I will tell why Nehru's portrait is not in the Karnataka Assembly, because as I have stated, Nehru was personally responsible for approving the partition plan by Mountbatten on 12th of May 1947 without consulting Congress. And that's why Nehru's photo is not there.
Absolutely. So what point do you think the Congress is trying to prove over here? They are saying, earlier they said that we will not let the proceedings of the House, in a way they're disrupting the proceedings of the House. They were saying that the entire Savarkar photo being put in the Assembly is a way for the BJP to disrupt the proceeding of the House. But it is them who are protesting today. They are outside the steps of the Assembly. What message do you want to give to all the Congress leaders who are watching Republic TV right now from your side?
See, Congress party has lost faith in the constructive politics. They can't do anything. They are not winning the elections. They are losing everywhere. So they want to blame the icon of Hindutva. BJP is a Hindutvadi party. So they want to blame icon and they want to disrupt the proceedings. So they are making an issue out of politics, Savarkar. And they are saying we are doing for this. But if you are, see, Vidhan Sabha or Lok Sabha is a temple of democracy. Is this a way you behave there in the temple? Is this a way you behave in your holy places? So please stop this petty politics, and if you really want to win election, you work for the people. That is going to gain you votes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That was Ranjit Savarkar, Veer Savarkar's grandson, joining us on Republic TV. And Ranjit Savarkar has made a couple of points here. He is saying that it's time to stop petty politics. And of course, someone like V.D. Savarkar, who has played a big part in India's freedom movement, that is something that should be respected. Ranjit Savarkar, thank you so much for joining us here on Republic TV. We will continue with this top story. In fact, the BJP has come down heavily on the grand old party, asking if not Savarkar, then would they prefer Tipu Sultan's portrait in the Assembly instead? The BJP has slammed the Congress again and again and asked them to cooperate instead of staging protests as the winter session has kicked off today.
That's what we late in the night we got information. But at the same time I also asked the government. There are a lot of great national leaders. Their portrait photograph should have been put. Like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's photograph, Vallabhbhai Patel's photographs, Babu Jagjeevan Ram's photograph. And also the state from here we have leaders like Kuempu, Valmiki, Shishanala Sharif, and a lot of names were there. They have not put, but wantingly they want to create some kind of a disturbance so that session should not go. I think that is the intention of the government. So suddenly they did not have any discussion with the opposition or any senior leaders. But suddenly in the extended night, we came to information that they are putting the portrait of Savarkar.
What does the Congress plan to do about this?
Now we are going to have a protest. Definitely we will see that. We should have all these photographs. Not protest against that photograph. We have to have a protest. So put all these photographs.
So will you, is it okay that the Savarkar photograph will...
No, let them put all these photographs. Savarkar is not above Babu Jagjeevan Ram. He's not more than Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So that's what our intention is, that put all these photographs.
So all legislators will be protesting, or will only the upper house, or only the... How is it planned?
No. Because a lot of people are coming today morning, so they were not knowing. So they may be reaching. Who are leaders are, they will come and join the protest.
क्यों बवाल कर रहे? पार्लियामेंट सेंट्रल हॉल में सावरकर जी का फोटो है या नहीं है? और स्वतंत्र वीर सावरकर है. आइडियोलॉजिकल डिफरेंस आपके होंगे, आई डोंट डिनाई फॉर दैट. आपको क्या स्वतंत्र वीर सावरकर के डालने से आपको दुख होगा। किसका डालना है? सिद्धरामैया को पूछो, ये दाऊद इब्राहिम का डालना है क्या? ये क्या चाहते हैं? व्हाट डू दे नीड? देयर प्रॉब्लम इज द पॉलिटिक्स ऑफ अपीजमेंट. This politics of appeasement has led this country to this situation today. They should understand, and at least होंगे आइडियोलॉजिकल डिफरेंसेस कई कांग्रेस के साथ हमारा भी है, कांग्रेस के जो पहले के नेता थे उनके भी साथ भी है, लेकिन टेकिंग द कंसिडरेशन ऑफ आइडियोलॉजिकल डिफरेंसेस सबको अपोज करना ये ठीक नहीं है. स्वतंत्र वीर सावरकर एक अप्रतिम देशभक्त थे और अंडमान निकोबार के सेल्युलर जेल में इतने बरस तक रहना, एक दिन भी कांग्रेस के नेता नहीं रह सकते.
Viewers, just last week the same Congress had backed Mangaluru terror accused Sharif, but are now opposing Savarkar portrait in the assembly. Let's play out these reactions and what the Congress has been saying.
Who are the terrorists? Who is that? What action you have taken? Who has declared? Who was the DG to declare himself that is a terrorist without an investigation? What investigation did they do? How many days they took? Who has been called a terrorist?
They want us not to entangle with the proceedings. They want our proceeding, assembly should not take place. They want us to disturb. They have brought this photo because we are going to raise a lot of corruption issues.
He was getting some big breaking coming in at this point in time. Rahul Gandhi has made a controversial comment in his Bharat Jodo rally. He has mocked Hindi speakers and said that Hindi language will not work and should not be given more importance and focus should be on teaching English. Viewers, let's listen in to this elitist comment.
ये नहीं चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान का गरीब किसान का बेटा, मजदूर का बेटा अंग्रेजी सीखे. इसका कारण है क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि आप बड़े सपने ना देखो, मगर अगर आप बाकी दुनिया से बात करना चाहते हो, चाहे वो अमेरिका के लोग हों, जापान के लोग हों, इंग्लैंड के लोग हों, तो वहां हिंदी काम नहीं आएगी, वहां अंग्रेजी ही काम आएगी. ये नहीं चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान का गरीब किसान का बेटा, मजदूर का बेटा अंग्रेजी सीखे. इसका कारण है क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि आप बड़े सपने ना देखो, मगर अगर आप बाकी दुनिया से बात करना चाहते हो, चाहे वो अमेरिका के लोग हों, जापान के लोग हों, इंग्लैंड के लोग हों, तो वहां हिंदी काम नहीं आएगी, वहां अंग्रेजी ही काम आएगी.
All right, viewers, so this is a comment. You heard it yourself. You heard that comment yourself from Rahul Gandhi, where he has said Hindi will not work when you're talking to Americans and the people of England. So this is exactly what he has said. And he also has added children of India should and speak in English. That's the comment coming in from Rahul Gandhi. Another controversial statement in his Bharat Jodo rally, which has been made. He has mocked Hindi speakers and said that Hindi language will not work. And he should, in fact, he also adds that it shouldn't be given more importance and focus should be on teaching English. It's a very, very controversial statement which has now been made by Rahul Gandhi, where he clearly is saying that Hindi is not as important as English, and Hindi shouldn't be given preference. It is English which should be given preference. And also saying, why is the BJP not giving importance to English? So this is the comment which has come in from Rahul Gandhi, and as a lot of importance has been given on Made in India and on promoting Indian culture, we are seeing that this comment coming in from Rahul Gandhi, which is stoking up a big controversy. Rahul Gandhi saying that he has mocked Hindi speakers in that statement that he has made. Let's play out that statement once again for our viewers.
ये नहीं चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान का गरीब, किसान का बेटा, मजदूर का बेटा अंग्रेजी सीखे। इसका कारण है क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि आप बड़े सपने ना देखो, मगर अगर आप बाकी दुनिया से बात करना चाहते हो, चाहे वो अमेरिका के लोग हों, जापान के लोग हों, इंग्लैंड के लोग हों, तो वहां हिंदी काम नहीं आएगी, वहां अंग्रेजी ही काम आएगी।
All right, I'm being joined right now by Shehzad Poonawala. Thank you for joining us here. Very good evening to you. Now, this is a comment which has been made by Rahul Gandhi, where he is saying very categorically, Hindi will not work when you're talking on to Americans and people of England. And like I was telling our viewers, while we put a lot of emphasis on India first, on making sure that Made in India products are, they get the right push, we're getting this comment coming in from Rahul Gandhi. What's the first reaction to that?
Rahul Gandhi and his family have always done Hindutva and Hindi ka virod. Now Rahul Gandhi must tell us that if Hindi kaam nahi aayegi, the Hindi Divas was started in 1949. At that time, Congress was in power. Were they wrong? Was his great-grandfather wrong? When Official Languages Act came about and a parliamentary committee was set up for the promotion of Hindi, it was Indira Gandhi who was in power. In fact, the 2011 report of the parliament on the promotion of Hindi had made many measures for promotion of Hindi in the country and across the world. So is he now saying that his government, his grandmother Indira Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru, all of them were wrong? In fact, Hindi was supposed to take over as the official link language after a period of 15 years. So this is the mindset. यही मानसिकता है राहुल गांधी की. ये हिंदी, हिंदू और हिंदुत्व सबका विरोध करते हैं. देखिए, अंग्रेजी से किसी को कोई बैर नहीं है. English should be learned and it is a good language to learn for commercial purpose. But Hindi expresses our bhavana, our samuhik bhavana. So why is it that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is against all of those things which reflect the samuhik bhavana of this country? This shows the mindset of Rahul Gandhi.
All right, thank you, Shehzad Poonawala, for joining us here. We are also being joined by Ratan Sharda, political analyst and author as well. Thank you so much and a very good evening to you. How would you like to respond to what Rahul Gandhi has said? This is a very controversial statement coming out from him. While he is on a Bharat Jodo Yatra, he's making such a comment.
I don't know whether he's out on the road. He says keep walking, and there is a joke in Punjabi that when Johnny Walker says, drink says keep walking, Punjabi says, jana kithe hai, where do you want to go? So Mr. Rahul Gandhi doesn't know where to go, so he makes every day a new kind of controversial statement. He doesn't know that the world over, majority of the countries where scientific advances have taken place are not English speaking. Except US and UK, all other top countries, whether Japan or whether any other country in Europe, have their own mother tongue, they have their own language, and they have risen, they have excelled in science because they are working on their own mother tongue. Look at IIT, look at IIM, look at IAS officers or UPSC winners. All of them, 80% of them are coming from regional language centers. They are not coming from English-speaking people. So this kind of elitist attitude tells us what is wrong with Congress, what is wrong with the entire thinking of Congress. From scientific basis itself, we know that our genius is best expressed in our mother tongue. I'm not just saying Hindi, but when he doesn't like Hindi, of course, he doesn't like any other regional language also because he believes English is what it is. So this is typical colonial mindset which cannot move out. Why is he using Hindi now? You speak in English, inspire others to learn English. Why does he go and speak in Hindi? Because that is the language that people understand. That is the language on which our entire thinking and personality is built in our regional languages. That is the reason.
All right. Thank you, Ratan Sharda, for joining us here on Republic TV. And this is a big controversial comment made by Rahul on Hindi, where he's saying very, very clearly that Hindi language will not work and shouldn't be given more importance. He has mocked Hindi speakers in that statement. It's time for a very short break, viewers. We continue to be live and breaking.
जो लाती हैं, लटके झटके देकर चली जाती हैं, वो निश्चित तौर से गांधी परिवार की सीट है और रहेगी.
Congress leader makes sexist remark against Smriti Irani, says she does latke jhatke in Amethi. Plus, Himanta government acts on illegal encroachment, eviction drive underway in Assam.
कुछ पैसे बोरो करने थे.
हेलो.
लोन चाहिए तो पैसाबाजार.com पर जाइए. पैसाबाजार.com. लोन सही मिलेगा यहीं.
Ladies and gentlemen, you expected the puzzle, but for a long person, this is not a game. Explain it to us, detective. Everyone is in danger.
All right, when's the murder mystery start?
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amritkal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
Hey Rahul, what's up?
Hey, kicked about our first date?
Of course.
Benefits up to rupees 30,000 only at the Citroën C3 Carnival. Book today.
Fast. Ball.
खट्टे मीठे घूट कटक के ले तू दिल को ठूस. Just let loose. Limonata. Just let loose.
अरे आप इतनी दूर हमारे लिए?
आपकी मेहनत कहां से कहां पहुंच रही है. मैं आपके एक साइन के लिए यहां नहीं आ सकता. हो गया आपका अकाउंट ओपन.
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है. लगता है सिर्फ दिल.
धन्यवाद.
एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन.
देखिए, पंजाब में सरकार बदलने के बाद जैसे आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार आई तो 3 महीनों में 70 से ज़्यादा लोगों की वहां पर हत्याएं हो गई. गैंग वॉर चलनी शुरू हो गई. मशहूर गायक की हत्या कर दी गई. फिरौती के काम शुरू हो गए और सीमा पार से कुछ घटनाओं को अंजाम देने के प्रयास भी हुए. और जिस तरह से खालिस्तान के बात वापस सुनने को मिली है, मेरा तो इतना ही रहेगा कि बॉर्डर स्टेट है, कमजोर सरकार से काम नहीं चल सकता. जिस तरह से केंद्र में मोदी सरकार ने कड़ी कार्रवाई आतंकवाद के खिलाफ की है, उसी तरह की कार्रवाई पंजाब में भी होनी चाहिए. ऐसी सोच को फिर पनपने नहीं देना चाहिए.
From Bihar's Begusarai, where a portion of the bridge collapsed and fell into the river.
Thousands of farmers have gathered in the Ramlila ground of the national capital. They have their different demands.
Congress protested outside the Karnataka Assembly after a picture of Veer Savarkar was put up in the Assembly's hall.
भाई सोच रहा हूँ कमेंट्री ट्राई करूं. सुनोगे? मैच का आखिरी बॉल कैप्टन ने टाइट फील्ड सेटिंग करी है. बॉलर का रन अप, तेज तूफानी डिलीवरी पर ऑफ साइड की ओर एक धमाकेदार शॉट.
छक्का नहीं, टूटा। आपके टाइल्स को चाहिए MY के लेटिक्री टाइल एडेसिव। फॉर्मूला ऐसा कि अब टाइल न टूटेगा न छूटेगा।
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation. So I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne. So now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
Hey, boss.
Rahul, how come you're here?
शाहरुख ने बताया.
Guys, just 1 second. Choosing a car for my mom.
What? Online car shopping? Wow, that's so cool, yeah.
शाहरुख ने बताया.
मैंने?
Wait up. Booking a car service.
Booking a service from here.
क्यों? तुझे शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया?
इसने पूछा ही नहीं.
Charging station for my electric car. Ah, found it. Really? How? शाहरुख ने बताया.
There's so much more जो शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया. It's all on the industry first My Hyundai app. Open a world of possibility with My Hyundai app. One app, many worlds.
Darling, you don't even have a Hyundai.
Honey, that's exactly what I'm doing. Buying one.
क्योंकि शाहरुख ने बताया.
छोड़िए, अब छोड़िए, ये पुरानी बातें हैं. ये तो सच्चाई क्या है, पॉलिटिक्स क्या है. I don't know.
The Congress honors the 84 right-wing Jagdish Tytler again by making him a part of the Bharat Jodo committee.
हैं लटके झटके देकर चली जाती हैं, वो निश्चित तौर से गांधी परिवार की सीट है और रहेगी.
That's the comment that you've just heard from the Congress. That's against Smriti Irani. Will Priyanka Gandhi endorse that comment or pull up Ajay Rai? Face off in the Karnataka Assembly over portrait of the freedom hero Veer Savarkar, the Congress is staging a protest. Congress insults the freedom fighter, says why is Jawaharlal Nehru's picture not included? The man you see on your screens is Jagdish Tytler. He's been again rewarded by the Congress party, and we ask why. Himanta government acting on illegal encroachment, eviction drive underway in Baate. A very good evening. You're with us here on Republic, and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. We begin this edition of the news with a comment that has been made by Rahul Gandhi. It's a controversial comment as far as the big language war in the country goes. He has mocked the Hindi speakers. He said that Hindi language will not work, shouldn't be given more importance, and focus, he says, should be on teaching English.
ये नहीं चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान का गरीब, किसान का बेटा, मजदूर का बेटा अंग्रेजी सीखे। इसका कारण है क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि आप बड़े सपने ना देखो, मगर अगर आप बाकी दुनिया से बात करना चाहते हो, चाहे वो अमेरिका के लोग हों, जापान के लोग हों, इंग्लैंड के लोग हों, तो वहां हिंदी काम नहीं आएगी, वहां अंग्रेजी ही काम आएगी। ये नहीं चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान का गरीब, किसान का बेटा, मजदूर का बेटा अंग्रेजी सीखे। इसका कारण है क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि आप बड़े सपने ना देखो, मगर अगर आप बाकी दुनिया से बात करना चाहते हो, चाहे वो अमेरिका के लोग हों, जापान के लोग हों, इंग्लैंड के लोग हों, तो वहां हिंदी काम नहीं आएगी, वहां अंग्रेजी ही काम आएगी।
So that is what Rahul Gandhi has to say on the language war. He says Hindi won't work when you're talking to Americans and people of England. He is also asking why is the BJP as a party not giving importance to English, and he says the children of the country should know and speak in the English language. Let's get in the first response from the BJP. We have Sardar R.P. Singh joining us live right now. R.P. Singh ji, how would you respond to Rahul Gandhi? He says the world over English is the language that is used to transact business. It's used when you will be looking for a job elsewhere. He's saying you, as in the BJP, is trying to ensure that the poor remains poor by not helping them learn English.
Well, he should know that he is the spokesperson and the amplifier of the China, and Chinese don't make their children teach English. The language which they come and speak outside is Chinese. So is the Japanese. They focus on their mother language than English. French focus on their mother language than English. So, but yes, Rahul Gandhi has a special love for English. He can keep holding love for English, but no one is holding children from learning English. But the basic education needs to be in mother language because that helps children to grow better and understand subjects better. And that's the focus of the government. And then there's nothing wrong. If I'm a Punjabi, I'm been taught in Punjabi, and then I'm spoken, and in my school, the language which is spoken is the mother language which is spoken at my house also. That will help me to pick up subject easily and in much better fashion than picking up a alien language.
Now, you make that comment. Tell me something, R.P. Singh Saab. Why do you believe that this is Rahul Gandhi putting out an analogy of Hindi versus English? You know, do you believe that this is done with a larger agenda in mind to pit one language against the other?
No, because he can't think beyond English, and his complete process happens in English. That's why he wants to impose English on others. But till third standard, I used to study. I was in a Gurukha public school. Till third standard, I studied only in Punjabi, Gurmukhi, and thereafter the other languages were introduced to me as a subject. So, I mean, I don't understand why not in mother language or mother tongue, then using the alien language, which is not spoken at my house or which is not spoken in my residence.
And even though you make that comment, you know, I think we must underscore for our viewers that when it comes to language, sir, is a very, very emotive issue. We've seen that particularly way back in down south when we've seen the big language war erupting. Now, is it fair for any leader right now from a munch like the, Bharat Jodo Yatra that he's undertaking right now to make a comment like this? Because there is clearly a bias that Rahul Gandhi is giving out. Would you caution him?
Well, it would have been appreciated had he said that one should speak in his mother language, whether in Tamil or whether in Telugu or whether in Kannada. So whatever state or whatever language community you belong to, you use your mother language for your education also. And then Amit Shah ji has been kind enough to take this forward to ensure that even the medical education and higher education is in the mother language, so that children will have much more comfort in learning subjects. And then English can be a language which you can pick up as a spoken language for other objectives, but not for your education.
Okay, I think it's a very, very nuanced debate, Sardar R.P. Singh Saab, and I thank you only for the moment, but I request you to please stay with us because we want for our viewers to play out that reaction of Rahul Gandhi once more on the Bharat Jodo Yatra, another controversial analogy by the Congress Neta who's spitting Hindi versus English now.
नहीं चाहते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान का गरीब किसान का बेटा, मजदूर का बेटा अंग्रेजी सीखे। इसका कारण है क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि आप बड़े सपने ना देखो, मगर अगर आप बाकी दुनिया से बात करना चाहते हो, चाहे वो अमेरिका के लोग हों, जापान के लोग हों, इंग्लैंड के लोग हों, तो वहां हिंदी काम नहीं आएगी, वहां अंग्रेजी ही काम आएगी।
So you heard that comment coming in from Rahul Gandhi again, who's spitting Hindi versus English. Sardar R.P. Singh Saab continues to stay with us. R.P. Singh Saab, you know, many people would say that it's fair to say that Hindi and the Matrabhasha is something that everyone must follow. There are also different languages spoken, especially in down south. And because I was speaking about how emotive this issue really becomes, we'll see, in fact, if we have Sardar R.P. Singh Saab with us or not. But let's also get in more reactions from the opposition. We'll try to get you what they have to say on the entire issue. Let's have Karan Verma, who's an author and political analyst, with us on the phone line. Karan, how would you want to respond to this big Hindi versus the English debate? Not the first time that you're looking at this debate playing out, but I think you have Rahul Gandhi making his preference very, very clear. When there is a choice between Hindi versus English, he's saying, why are we not teaching our children to speak in English more often?
Hindi and absurdity actually go hand in hand. Whether it was the remark against our armed forces or now saying that Hindi is not useful. At a time when the nation is taking great pride in our indigenous roots, and Sanskrit has been hailed. Hindi is very much a component of Sanskrit, and Sanskrit has been hailed as the most accurate language for artificial intelligence by the Forbes magazine. Rahul Gandhi should know that the future is great for Sanskrit and Hindi and many of our indigenous languages. But because Rahul Gandhi is not in sync with our roots, he goes on to make ridiculous statements like these. We can have a debate on which languages are better, but saying that Hindi not useful, I think that's a very ridiculous and an ignorant statement above all to make at this time.
Okay, Karan, clearly we haven't heard the last word yet on that big debate. For the moment, I thank you also, Sardar R.P. Singh, for speaking to us.
Thank you.
And from one controversy to the other, and this is also, ladies and gentlemen, about the Congress party. Now, the Congress party has time and again stood by Jagdish Tytler. We wonder why. Remember, though he is still not been given a clean chit by any of the courts in the 84 riots, but many of the victims have said that they have seen Jagdish Tytler, and his role, remember, has been under the scanner. The Kadkaduma court also has not accepted the clean chit the CBI granted to him. Earlier in the day, when Republic spoke to him after he was seen attending a meeting of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, he said 84 is not even a big issue anymore.
ये कहाँ पे किस तरीके से, तो उनकी बात है ना। क्या कोर्ट में किसी ने मुझे कहा, क्या कोई FIR है मेरे खिलाफ? तो सीबीआई ने 3 दफ़ा मुझे क्लियरेंस दे दी है, ये तो अपनी पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं, इसका जवाब क्या दे रहे हैं। थैंक यू।
आप शामिल होंगे यात्रा में?
बिल्कुल होंगे, पार्टी का तो जान से भी है, जान भी चली है पार्टी के साथ।
थैंक यू।
टाइम भी आप कांग्रेस की कमेटी में शामिल हुए तब बीजेपी ने आप लोगों को तमाम
छोड़िए, अब छोड़िए, ये पुरानी बातें हैं, ये तो सच्चाई क्या है, पॉलिटिक्स क्या है, आई डोंट नो।
So once again, you've heard that comment coming in from Jagdish Tytler himself, who's going on to give himself a clean sheet. And as I said, no court of the country has done that. In fact, the CBI has tried to give him a clean sheet multiple times, something that was rejected by the Karkaduma court in the national capital. And this is when one of the right victims actually approached the court. But the story is also of the complete defiance by the Congress party, by people like Jagdish Tytler, who continue to have prominence in the Congress party, and he today says, "ये पुरानी बात हो गई."
ये तो उनकी बात है ना, क्या कोर्ट में किसी ने मुझे कहा, क्या कोई एफआईआर है मेरे खिलाफ? तो सीबीआई ने 3 दफ़ा मुझे क्लियरेंस दे दी है, ये तो अपनी पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं, इसका जवाब क्या दे रहे हैं। थैंक यू।
आप शामिल होंगे यात्रा में?
बिल्कुल होंगे, पार्टी का तो जान से भी है, जान भी चली है पार्टी के साथ। थैंक यू।
क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम भी आप कांग्रेस की कमेटी में शामिल हुए तब बीजेपी ने आप लोगों को तमाम
छोड़िए, अब छोड़िए, ये पुरानी बातें हैं, ये तो सच्चाई क्या है, पॉलिटिक्स क्या है, आई डोंट नो।
दिल्ली के अंदर भारत जोड़ो यात्रा को लेकर के बहुत उत्साह है और आज सभी वरिष्ठ कांग्रेस के लीडर्स सुभाष चोपड़ा जी, परवेज हाशमी जी, अरविंदर सिंह लवली जी और सभी पुराने पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट्स और सभी लोग मिल करके यहाँ पे मीटिंग में हुए। वेणुगोपाल जी और शक्ति सिंह गोहिल जी ने मीटिंग ली है और सबको निर्देश दिए हैं, पॉइंट्स बांटे गए हैं और हम ये उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल राहुल जी की भारत जोड़ो यात्रा होगी। जैसे लाखों लोग पूरे देश भर में राहुल जी के साथ निकल रहे हैं, दिल्ली में भी बहुत ज़बरदस्त स्वागत की तैयारी यहाँ पे है। हम लोग राहुल जी की भारत जोड़ो यात्रा को लेकर के सब लोगों में बड़ा उत्साह है। कांग्रेस के सभी कार्यकर्ता इसमें जुड़ना चाहते हैं, आम जनता इसमें जुड़ना चाहती है और सिविल सोसाइटी के लोग इसमें जुड़ना चाहते हैं और बहुत ज़बरदस्त दिल्ली के अंदर ये ऐतिहासिक यात्रा होगी।
Entire day, Bharat Jodo Yatra is in Delhi. Today morning we had a detailed discussion to make it as a grand success. Bharat Jodo Yatra in national capital is going to be one of the biggest success in this country. Not many people will join Bharat Jodo Yatra in Delhi.
Sir,
You say that yesterday Kamala Hassan want to join. He is joining in Delhi.
So you've heard that comment coming in not just from Jagdish Tytler, the man in question, but a number of Congress netas who you just heard, again and again reiterating that the charges are not proved, there is a clean chit. Many go on to say that has been given to Jagdish Tytler. Let's get you more stories in brief now. The freedom icon Veer Savarkar's portrait has been unveiled in the Karnataka Assembly in Belagavi along with Mahatma Gandhi. Now, the Congress party has opposed the move, saying Savarkar was a controversial figure. His portrait was one of the 7 pictures unveiled today. Congress party has reacted to Veer Savarkar's portrait and it has said that Savarkar did not belong to Karnataka and that he was too controversial to be honoured in the assembly.
They want us not to entangle with the proceedings. They want our assembly should not take place. They want us to disturb. They have brought this photo because we are going to raise a lot of corruption issues on them. On the 40% scandal, the dirty job what the government has done, we are going to raise that. On the electoral scandals and lot of scandals which will be coming out. So they want to block it. They feel that we are going to fight out for it and we will not allow them for the...
The controversial riot-linked Jagdish Tytler was part of the meeting on Bharat Jodo Yatra in Delhi ahead of the leg in the national capital. He was part of the meeting called. This is the second time in the recent past after the MCD elections when he officially attended.
ये कहाँ पे किस तरीके से तो उनकी बात है ना क्या कोर्ट में किसी ने मुझे कहा क्या कोई एफआईआर है मेरे खिलाफ तो सीबीआई ने 3 दफ़ा मुझे क्लियरेंस दे दी है ये अपनी पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं इसका जवाब क्या दे रहे हैं थैंक यू
आप शामिल होंगे यात्रा में
बिल्कुल होंगे पार्टी का तो जान से भी लगाएंगे जान भी चली है पार्टी के साथ थैंक यू
Jagdish Tytler, when asked questions on his controversial presence, said that riots were an old issue and that the BJP was trying to keep the issue alive to target him.
क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम भी आप कांग्रेस की कमेटी में शामिल हुए तब बीजेपी ने आप लोगों को तमाम
छोड़िए ये पुरानी बातें हैं ये तो सच्चाई क्या है पॉलिटिक्स क्या है
There was ruckus and sloganeering again in the parliament over the Tawang face-off between India and China. The Congress leaders who gave a notice included Ami Yagnik, Ranjit Ranjan and Pramod Tiwari.
are requesting आपको रेसिड्यूरी पावर्स है इसको सस्पेंड करिए रूल्स को और चाइना ये बहुत बड़ा महत्व का विषय है और आज प्लीज नो आज वो वहाँ पर अतिक्रमण कर रहे हैं लोगों को हमारी जगह वो अतिक्रमण करके वहाँ पर पुल बनाए जा रहे हैं घर बनाए जा रहे हैं तोपखाने कारखाने सब बना रहे हैं तो इसीलिए ये महत्व का मुद्दा है
And asked a question, the Congress leaders have also earlier staged a walkout over the issue of the India-China face-off at the line of actual control. The party has been demanding a debate over the entire issue. Asked a question on what he felt about the India-China face-off, Dalai Lama says that even though China appeared more flexible now, he would never go back to China and that India was his permanent residence.
Generally speaking, things are improving. I think in Europe, in Africa, and also in Asia. Now China, also now more flexible. Okay. But there's no point to return to China. I prefer India. Best place.
Protests continued inside and outside the Bihar Assembly over the Hooch tragedy and the state government's handling under Nitish Kumar. About 800 security personnel have been deployed